Uh. No.
Hello, good evening. I hope everybody is doing good. Let's see what who we have. Beauty is her name was in here. She was the first person in here, and she was a little early. Yes, and then we had Leo Lady. They are on the moonwalk this evening or night or whatever it is. Then we have Call Michelle, Mimi, Lady T, but what's up? Soundcheck Annette, Cupcake, Salty Buzzard, Just Listening, Sanders RN, Justin's Mom, and Fly TZ. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope all is well. Well, as you know, I've been doing and by the way, hello to the people in the clouds and the bushes. I have been doing the RICO countdown. And that's what I had planned for this evening, and we are still going to do that. However, there is some things going on with the Bible lady, and I said, "Oh, we got to get into that." How you doing? A cut above Lady T and Miss Sexy Red Gemini. I said what I said is in the building. I hope you had a good weekend over there at that high school reunion. So yeah, we are going to first get into the Bible lady now. Fortunately for y'all, it is not that long because a large portion is of her putting us on hold while she does things like call the police and I don't know and I don't know. Is this the one where she was eating the apple? I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna get into that. How are you doing, a sister from New Jersey? And that ain't got nothing to do with me. So here we go. Let me present. Let me get this. No, let me do this first. Okay. And pull that up. Oh, wait a minute. I need to share screen first. See, try to be prepared. I started one thing and then went into doing another. Okay. Here we go. We're going to get into this nonsense going on right here with Bible Lady. And the title of this video is Story Time. Haters reported me. When will the BS stop? I am here to address, and I'm not even going to say the girl's name. What's going on now? And Petty Patty, how are y'all doing? So let's get into this and hear what she's got to say. I sure hope YouTube's not acting like it skipped past all that. Because by the time she's done.
Group recently noticed that you organized a social media protest and attempted to organize it. Miss Infamous Sylvia, as an independent media.
There we go. We'll start.
Hey guys, I came on early because I need to address this because I'm
Justin's
at this
mom.
point now. I'm tired of these people, y'all. I'm tired of this. I came home and I got this in the mail. Got this in the mail, y'all. Got this in the mail. And I'm gonna read it to you guys because this got to stop. I took my money away. Now this is the person's name is Stacy Mason. I don't know who she is. She's out of Texas.
Leo lady, you know what? I was over there at Native's house and I said, well, hopefully he'll be wrapping up soon. And whatever anybody misses, they can catch on the replay. So, hey, Bible lady, how are you doing? Petty Patty. And in Harmon.
But Stacy Mason decided to write to me and to the judge. I don't know how she got my address, but this is a form of doxing. This is what she says. Good day, Miss Infamous.
Before she reads. Doxing is when you take someone's address and public information and post it online for, embarrassment or, threatening or anything like that. Just posting people's information, personal information. If someone finds out what my address is and sends a letter to my house, that is not doxing. That is just sending someone correspondence.
Miss Sylvia, as an independent media content creator and a video blogger, I am part of the Independent Media Facebook group, and we all gain access to the courtroom trial by obtaining a Rule 22. Hundreds of us follow your channel on YouTube and have become concerned about your behavior as a media video blogger in the YSL case. The Facebook group recently noticed that you organized a social media protest and attempted to organize an outside court protest for YSL case. As a collective group, we have decided to do a mail the judge protest as we are concerned that your behavior is unethical and that we're asking the judge to revoke your Rule 20.
Can I just say that I agree with this letter writer? I mean, what she's saying is true. And I do think that it is walking a thin line when you are friends, when you've got the defendant, his father buying you things for your YouTube channel, when you're going to church with Woody and hanging out and taking pictures and all that, and you're sitting up there with a Rule 22. And you want to call yourself a court blogger, and that's okay. But hey, one leg off and Shay B. But I think it is very inappropriate for you calling because if you say you are a court blogger, I'm going to look at you as a person who professionally blogs court cases. If you're sitting up there on your blog and you're giving people the names of the nicknames that you call certain jurors, that's just, it's unprofessional. And I don't think it's right. So I totally agree with this letter writer. Hey, kinda big and just listening. Did I say hi one leg off and Shay B? If not, how y'all doing?
22 to the YSL case. Please understand this is not a hating on you. It's about having a proper decorum while having the privilege of a Rule 22.
Agreed.
Right?
I revibes.
Then they wrote this, dear honorable judge. This is what they wrote to the judge. Listen to this, y'all. I'm expressing concern that Sylvia Parks Tumasimi, also known as Infamous Sylvia Media, Services LLC is having a Rule 22 and in the YSL trial. I came upon her YouTube channel, and myself and several other YouTubers are concerned about the content and information she is sharing in her channel about the case. Recently, she's been hanging out with witness Kenneth Copeland, attending church with him, hanging out with a special access, attending concert with Jeffrey Williams' girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist. She participated on YouTube podcast with Jeffrey Williams Sr. speaking on the Atlanta DA.
Y'all, let me tell you. Hey, Southside Chi-Town, just listening. Let me tell y'all, I had to rewind when I heard her say, attending a concert with Mariah the Scientist. What is she doing hanging out with these young folks like this? I don't understand it.
Office being corrupt and unfair to the defendant in the YSL case. She currently has charges against her for stalking and allegedly placing the AirTag in someone's vehicle. That case is currently pending. She was arrested in February in the courthouse for those charges and was also arrested several years ago in Chicago during the R. Kelly trial for a misdemeanor battery. She is taking gifts from Jeffrey Williams Sr., such as a camera, using it to record her live stream from court. She organized a free thug trial protest outside the courthouse, and also organizing free thug social media protests. It is understood that everyone is entitled to.
First of all, I don't understand. She could be having a part time job while she does all of this. Instead of being up there organizing things, here we are again, just like we were for R. Kelly. We're organizing protests and all of these things for someone that she has a Rule 22 case on. That may not have come out right, but y'all know what I mean by that. Hey, Crowned in Melanin, and Bank is in the building. Rosie, how are you doing?
Their freedom of speech and the right to assemble, but in her case, it appears to be a conflict of interest since she has media credentials in the courthouse. It is my understanding that individuals of the media should always work within the journalism code of conduct and ethic and provide unbiased coverage and information. She constantly comments about the court's ruling in a negative manner. She speaks about jurors as to what they are doing during testimony and how they look, and has given them all nicknames such as SpongeBob, Ghost, Goober, Leak, etc. This week, media feed was cut to discuss the juror's personal situation about asking to be removed due to the out of state job opportunity. Sylvia recorded it and.
Now, please tell me, why is it that she is allowed to make fun of the jurors and have those types of names for them, but we can't say anything about her? We're hating, we're picking on her if somebody makes comments about her, but she can sit up in court with her Rule 22 and make these kind of disparaging comments against the jurors. How are you doing, Glamour W1? And yeah, I saw Fly TZ, and someone else that I missed coming. One leg off. I don't know if I called you or not, but I remember seeing you when we first got on.
And spoke it on her channel. When did I record it, y'all? When did I record it? Okay, I'm not finished. She was warned before when Judge Glanville was presiding over the trial, watching what she says on the channel and speaking on judges and attorneys' names as if she is special privilege with certain judges and attorneys. She befriended defendants and their friends and family in high-profile cases to get insiders information. She did that. She did that in R. Kelly's case, Ernest Williams' case, and YSL case. In the pending Fulton County
Oh, she's starting to stutter. And that person is absolutely correct. That is exactly what she did. Hey, continuously evolving. How are you feeling?
And she visited him and then purchased a jail video, uploaded on her YouTube channel to make money. She fraudulently notarized, listen to this. She fraudulently notarized documents for him so a friend could obtain phone records to aid in providing his innocence.
I heard that too.
You see how they lying on me, y'all? She searched out victims of Ernest Williams and spoke of them on her channel and was then accused by many YouTubers that she was engaging in witness tampering.
She sure did do that.
YouTube recently demonetized her channel. Been she's been distorted, has turned to begging all her subscribers to give her Cash App funds for her rent. With all the unethical things she's doing and has done, not to mention her courthouse arrest and pending case charges. It's concerning she's allowed to the privilege of a Rule 22. So please consider revoking her access to the Rule 22.
Hey, Sherry and Jam. Call me Shell. Yes, y'all, where is the lie? Bang, where's the lie? Somebody please tell me where the lie is, because I haven't heard not one yet. Oh, gosh.
This is Stacy Mason, whoever the hell that is. I don't know who she is.
Did we say hell?
And she went and found my address because it came to my house. If that's not doxing, what is doxing? It was sent to my house.
Sylvia, that is not doxing. And if you give me a second, I will go ahead and look it up on Google because I just want to hear their definition. POK8 tick. I don't know the rest. How are you doing? Diva, that's it. How are you doing this evening? Let me look up the official definition of doxing. Y'all, it's not me. That's her sitting in silence.
This is the kind of BS that I go through, y'all.
Because everybody is a hater.
This is the kind of BS that I go through. This is the kind of BS. This is the kind of BS that I go through, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I go through on a daily basis. I don't say anything to you guys. Mayson, if that's her name. She went and found my.
Now that's doxing. What she just did, that's doxing. Let me see these tiny words, and I don't have my glasses with me. It says the action or process of searching for and publishing private or identifying information about a particular individual on the internet, typically with malicious intent. This woman did not post Sylvia's address on the internet. She just simply sent her a letter to her house. She did not give her address to anybody or do any of those things. So once again, Sylvia does not have it right and doesn't know the definition of something. But is anybody surprised? Because I am not. Hey, obsessed with the mess.
My address and mail this to me.
For shame.
You see this?
No, doxing would be when you took Sonia's number when you was talking to her on the phone, and we all saw her phone number. That's doxing, Sylvia. Just in case you wanted an example. And see, she said, why are you sitting there reading the comments like that? That is just so annoying. I mean, I get bothered when I forget to download something and I'm sitting up finding something and downloading it, that I could show it to you guys. So I don't
There ain't no
understand
damn
how she's.
spam mail. It's an individual that
See, look
send
at
this to
that.
my
See,
house.
another
There ain't no spam mail. It's an individual that send this to my
another
house.
cuss word. She said, "Damn, y'all." Hey, L Diva.
And it did come from Texas, North Texas. They mail it out of Texas.
Now, this person, hey, let's talk about it all. How you doing? This person is in
Let
a
me do a police report. Hold
Facebook
on, y'all.
Facebook group, and they're the ones who wrote this letter because of the unprofessionalism and things that she does on her channel. And I agree with every word that she said. I really do. Hey,
I'm doing
Queen Ravel, we're just
non.
getting started. Hey, Jay Walker. Now, I'm only going to play just a few more seconds of this because I just want you to see the kind of foolishness. I can understand if she wanted to share this with her chat. That's cool. But calling the police and all of
Non
that,
emergency.
that's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. See, look at she's looking up phone numbers and oh, gosh. And I will tell you that she's calling the police, Sherry. And I will call me Shell. Yeah. Yeah. And suppose now, according to her, there's another video. We're not gonna get into that, but the police did come out to her house. They came out to her house and they talked to her, and it was a black police officer and a white police officer. I don't know why this had to be mentioned, but the white one said he was going to check her out because she must be popping if somebody's writing letters to the judge. Hey, Truth Religion and Lisa Lulu, Miss Tish, how are y'all doing? So that's what. Hey, Aaliyah TV. So that's what he said. He said, if you've got people writing you and writing the judge, you must be popping. And he's going to start watching her. He's in for a rude awakening. But okay. See, listen now. She does this. This goes on for over 5 minutes. Walking out of frame while she calls the police. And this is what she does. Jay Walker said she knows what doxing is because she did it to R. Kelly fans, ops, victims, and witnesses. Did she now? That doesn't surprise me, though, to tell you the truth. It does not surprise me. And speaking of R. Kelly, and I'm going to turn this off, I saw where some guy um, did an interview with R. Kelly. This was like 4 hours long. And I was going to play it, but I thought I better not because this person
I
is,
need an officer to come, so I need to do a report.
y'all hear that? Is R. Kelly's
Okay, let me give you my
reporter.
address. Hold on a second.
And so are the people who follow him. So I decided that, I better leave that alone because I just don't want that kind of trouble or attention. So I said, I'm not going to worry about that. But yes, the police came out. I can't believe the police, when people go missing, all of the hoops they have to jump through to make a missing persons report. And the police came out to her house for this foolishness. This woman did not threaten her or anything. She just simply wrote her a letter telling her about herself. I didn't see anything wrong with that. Hey, Vic to the Veil. I didn't see anything wrong with what was said in the letter. It was absolutely the truth. And I just think that it's ridiculous that the police literally showed up for this foolishness. Thank you for the sticker, PO8 Diva. The sticker says, what does the sticker say? I can't see it. Let me blow it up. I can't see the sticker. Oh, okay. It says blessings at Legacy Moon True Crime and Mysteries. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. So this is what goes on for like most of the video, and that's that. So now we are going to move on to some other mess. Hey, Miss Lorraine, we're gonna move on to some other mess and see what is going on with our favorite RICO case. I'm still struggling with what I am going to play because I have a visit, or no, I think it's a phone call, not a visit. I have another visit sponsoring the Silver Jacket. And then I have where Sonia wrote or read the CP charges. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, what I'm going to do. I don't know yet. Let's see. I think we'll do, since we're on a theme here, I guess, and we've heard them talk about the CP charges and all that. So we might as well go into her reading the charges. And that's going to be all we're going to do because it's a pretty long phone call. And I will also say a triggering one as well. So thank you so much for the sticker, Lisa Lulu. Lisa Lulu says, thank you for making me laugh. I'm happy to catch the beginning of the live. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So let's get into the reading of these charges. And also, if if you have not seen my community wall, you might want to go over there because we found Sonia's jacket on Cousin Skeeter, and I shared some photos of that. So here we go. Let's listen to her read these charges. And this will be the only video that we play because it's kind of long. But then you never know. You know how we do over here.
This video contains 4 calls made by Ernesto
Oh, don't do it to me.
on July
Come
28,
on, YouTube.
2023. In these 4 calls, you will hear Sonia read Ernesto's charges to him. You will
How far
hear
behind is
Ernesto say why his vehicles were parked at Erica King's house and where he says he was located at specific times correlating with his charges. You will also hear Ernesto say
I'm convinced YouTube don't want us to play these calls
that Shirley
anymore because every time I get to them, this is what happens.
Strawberry is his number one witness. Take a listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Huh?
I'm listening.
Hold on. What you say?
I'm listening.
Hold on.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I'm tired. I don't know.
Is she always tired?
The
Every
thing
time.
is, it's so hard to read it because it's so tiny.
Oh,
I don't know. 6/29/21 is the date, and this is step by deception. This is June of 21, and this is Galen Bickham wired 70,000 from her BD account to Wildcat RV, and then she did another 20,000 to the same place. But what she's saying is the vehicle was titled in your company name instead of her name. So they're saying you took her money and bought a vehicle and put it in your name. On July 7th, 22, Ernest William I arrested on an outstanding warrant of death by deception. William had been renting a home at 980 Pine Grove and not having paying the rent. So the landlord
Now, remember, she keeps saying that Gail Bickham and all of that, it's civil. It's civil because they had a relationship. If I give you $70,000 to do anything, it is not civil if you don't return my investment or do whatever it is that you were supposed to do. That is not civil. That is, I'm going to the police because you done stole my money.
Of a vote, I'm sorry, in excess of $26,000.
No, I don't know them. I don't even know them people.
Oh my, he did this also and let that girl use your name.
Yeah,
Even though she's
yeah, but I don't even know them people.
okay.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Crow stated that he believed that there were illicit activity happening in the home because he said he went in there and y'all had the key for 3 months and it didn't look lived in, but it was some things that was in there that looked kind of suspicious. And they said, okay, so there were multiple vehicles sitting in the driveway, including a Bentley,
Okay,
two Harley Davidson motorcycles, an ambulance. He conducted a walk through the home, heard the rental agreement, and said it was hardly any furniture in the house, and it looked like no one was living there, but the tenant had been there for 3 months. That sounds stupid because you could live. You ain't have. Tanya had a house for 10 years and didn't have no fucking furniture in it.
Well, first of all, let me clear it up. I just kept that over there because
Before he tells us this lie, let me tell you something. Let me tell you what's been my experience. I have never been to any relatives, friends, clients, anybody's house that they've been in for 10 years and had no furniture. I have never seen that in my life before. Please let me know in the comments if you have. Hey, Miss Lady, a Lady 747, Jackson, Tabasco, Miss HLS. How are y'all doing this fine night?
she allowed.
A driveway, but
Yeah,
somehow.
because her husband did the work on the floors for me. That's who
Mm-hmm.
did the work on the floors and inside the vehicle. So we did it there. That's how we ended
Okay.
up over there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I
It's
wasn't there.
an entangled mess.
Huh?
No, it's an entangled mess. So he conducted a
Entangled
search
mess.
warrant on his vehicle, registered to his wife, Mrs. Dooley, and while conducting, there were three multiple seized items seized. The chip pack computer, what the fuck that is, iPhone in a black bag with various documents. Other items were two black dildos, a black mask with zips, and liquid Viagra.
Those two dildos that you enjoyed so much, Sonia, they turned you out.
Through, the, through further investigation of the documents, it was found that the Bentley was in repossession as Williams stopped paying a car note. Other documents which prompt us to obtain search warrants for 980 Pine Grove as well as 990 Pine Grove, where the co-defendant of the case, Erica King, was living. So they're saying it's two.
Continuously evolving. She can read, she just can't see. The writing is so small. That girl said, damn, she can't read either.
Two units at
Yeah.
990, 980.
Mhm.
So I found that Williams had a active arrest warrant in Henry County related to larceny, theft by conversion, where a check was written for a trailer for $9,385. The check was an NSF, and I found
You
that
got cotton
Williams had
balls in your
active
mouth.
warrant in Santa Clara, California, for within state extradition only. As investigation further, Williams charged with theft of service and deposit of account fraud, 7 counts of conspiracy to commit a felony. That was just stuff with her with the court case saying that she showed up, you and her showed up in court, and she said she was April. And you sat there, I guess, and didn't say nothing when she was in court saying she was April. She said she knew you for 20 years and that she
Right,
worked
right. You
for
read
you.
that. You read that. Okay.
I did. Okay.
He don't want
I'm
her to
glad. I'm
repeat
glad you
that.
read all that. So you see, I ain't lying to you. I say,
Right.
and then he said he saw it. They arrested me in my truck. Truck was not
Right.
sitting there. Okay. He
Mm-hmm.
said that he saw a truck parked there and he got stuff out of there. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you just said, correct?
Now, I began an investigation to conduct a search warrant substance to his arrest on his vehicle registered to his wife. So he said after he arrested you, he got a search warrant for your vehicle.
Okay. When was that search warrant? Because search warrant should they just wrote that shit up. They should.
Isn't that what they do? Write them up. Um, Fly TZ said the blind leading the blind, dumb and dumber. And I concur. How are you doing, SC Traveling RN? And coffee is brewing. How are y'all this evening?
Should have been had that.
Did it go in your vehicle in front of you?
No,
Hi, glorious love.
they did not.
Okay.
Yeah, I never see them go in it.
Okay. They impounded.
Listen, they can't. When they locked me up, they
The
took me to
truck was where?
the truck was at a paint store.
Okay.
Yeah, they caught me up, threw me on the ground, handcuffed me, took me to the police department, and they said, "We're gonna go get your truck." I said, "All right, I ain't thinking that. Okay, go get it. You gonna go get it." So they went and got it, bring it back. Oh, we're gonna sit here, this and that, this and that. I said, "Okay."
Okay, this is just now making sense to me. The truck being at the paint store. It took me, I think this is my second time or third time listening to this call. So he's saying he was driving one vehicle and the truck was parked at the paint store. That doesn't really make too much sense to me, but okay. Hey, Shorty.
And they said, I said, I need to get my wife and I need to get my lawyer telephone number at the phone. If you read that on that warrant,
I read it says that you said that R.I.C.O was the attorney.
there you go. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Because for some reason she had you thinking she was an attorney
There you
when
go.
she wasn't.
Right. Okay. So I ain't
Exactly.
lying. I ain't doing no lying now. I'm keeping it 1,000.
Right, because you honestly thought that girl was an attorney when she tricked you and she was never an attorney.
Lady T-Bug, what are you talking about? He's lying. That girl tricked him, said she was an attorney, even though he knows her as Erica King, and she stood next to him and said she was April Holloway. He was tricked. He didn't know she wasn't really an attorney.
She was
Right.
a criminal. But she told you, you
Yeah.
can know somebody for 20 years but barely see them. Like, I could have met you 20 years ago and saw you twice, 4 times, and say, I've known for 20 years. That doesn't mean I saw you every day or every month in those 20 years. It just means I met him in 1990 and today is 2010, you know? So that's me knowing him for 20 years, not necessarily being involved with him those 20 years. But that's how she made it seem to state that she known you for 20 years, but she worked for you for 5, is what she tried to say. But, that was for court. You got to go to trial with that, and I would go to trial on that.
That's her story, and she's sticking with it because that's the same when Pam Esquire interviewed her. That was the same story that she gave. She said that she had been working with him for 5 years. See, the thing about Erica is she keeps telling a consistent story, whereas Nesto's changes to however he thinks the temperature is in the room. And that's his problem. But yeah, they're going to take that to trial.
And squash what she's trying to say.
All right. So
She's painting a relationship differently. As if to me, reading it sounding like you would know better, which that doesn't make sense because if I got money, any amount, a little money, whatever, if I gotta go to court, I'm not bringing no fake ass person to court. That's a little bold with it.
Thank you.
Ain't nobody going to court with no fake ass attorney.
Why
I don't
not?
know nobody that does that in their right mind that would go to court with a
It was
fake
working
ass
for
attorney.
him. Why would he not?
And as many times as you had to go to court,
and they were beating them.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see that. I don't know if you can see that part or not, but I saw
No, I don't see that she was winning, but
it. Yeah.
still, she told you she was an attorney.
And guess what? And guess
Who
what?
don't question?
Even the judge said it. Because the judge looked for her barcode and everything.
And
So she
she gave a barcode. But here's the thing. Now, okay, she says she was an attorney. This is what I want to know. Did he ever go? He really believed she was an attorney. Did he ever meet her at her office? That's what I want to know. I hope somebody asks.
stole somebody's identity.
Right.
Apparently, that bitch is crazy.
But she
What
so
the
looked
fuck?
it up. I was right there and I heard what I need to hear. She told me this what she do. I said, okay. But anyway, so let's get back to this right here. Now I got to get back to this here. Okay. 19.
But what you have to explain, don't say it now, but what you have to explain is how is it Erica King when she said her name was April in court?
Right.
So she went in court saying she was April. And you just like when you had the co-defendant, they said Hewley, and you was like, that ain't right. I don't know no Erica Hewley. And
Right.
I'm like, it's trick. Hewley is King, and some other names on top of that. So it's another thing here. Right. You're too trusting. You can't trust every fucking body, apparently.
So,
Anywho, so, hold on. Okay, so what this person is saying, which is Bickham, she's saying that, October 13, 2022, at 8 o'clock, detective, hold on, he was already linked up. Okay, so she interviewed him. They interviewed her on October 13th. This was before that article came out, because that came out Halloween. So Bickham advised that sometime around 2009 and 10, in the market.
Thank you so much for the sticker, Jackson Tabasco. Jackson Tabasco says, y'all couldn't warn me about Sylvester. We always got to throw out some surprises. Hey, Houston Foodie.
Glad she met you. She was in Georgia.
right there. Stop right there. What did I tell you? I've been knowing him a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I know.
During that period, she stepped away from him after his continued solicitude for money. Beckham advised that she did loan you $1,000, but you paid it back. She knew you were married to Carol at the time, and you were operating a barbershop. 2015, she ran into you in Atlanta, I guess 5 years later, and she said you had a new business and you wanted to show her. She agreed to meet you at the barbershop located on Peachtree in Farr. Business at the time involved private coaches, motorhomes. William told Bickham that he was looking for investors for his new business. William
Have a two-part question. First of all, Lady T-Bug hates this sleepy talk. I don't know, is it sleepy talk or sexy talk? I never know with her. But would you, like, how close does the relationship have to be for you to lend someone $70,000 or give them for a business deal, especially when you haven't met this person in their office? Now, I'm assuming the motor coach was the office. I mean, I don't know. But if I'm going to be handing over that type of money, I want to see an office, some knickknacks, and all of those things, a secretary, a receptionist. I want to be able to call the phone and somebody's voice answers beside yours, then I get connected. I mean, that's the way I see it. Hey, it's complicated.
and did she know who he was marrying? She said she was not familiar with the fiance, but congratulations. William then told Bickham that he was engaged to, that's repeating it, Shirley Strawberry. She's unfamiliar with Shirley Strawberry, and Williams explained that she's on Steve Harvey's show. She said congratulations again. Williams then asked Beckham about her business
That
interests,
don't make
and
no sense. That don't make no
I
sense.
know it's backtracking the report.
Okay, go ahead.
She was
That's
doing the
it.
same thing. Hold on. When previously met Beckham, she said she was doing the same thing from when William concluded, and she get that out my face. Yeah, whatever. Bring me my lemonade. It's on the counter. And went on her way. Williams later connected on Instagram with her and gave her the phone number.
Does she have any manners? I mean, bring my lemonade. Is there a please, a thank you? I don't understand her. She's just a. She calls all of us bitter. No, she's bitter and miserable.
70177. That was that. That's what this says for the. Oh, hold on.
I get it. I get it.
Okay, so
I get what's going on.
right, so she just saying she gave you $90,000.
Okay, I know what's going on.
Okay, and apparently whatever she gave you.
He knows what's going on, but yet he never knows what's going on. How are you doing, Fortress Acres, Georgia Peach, and I can't find your name. I'll get you on the next go round.
Before it didn't come through.
I can't
But
come through. I'm locked up. So I got
this
all that
was
part.
no, this is June of 21. This is when she said this happened.
No, I got that part. What I'm saying though, June 21 all the way to 2022. Okay, that's when they interviewed her, correct?
They interviewed her, yeah, October 13th.
Okay, so when a person get missing, what happens? They want to know where the fuck you going. You done ran off? No, I was just fucking locked up. So if these people had a problem with me, they would have been came forth and took action a long time ago before this even started with me. Do you agree or disagree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No,
Does that make
But
sense?
they interviewed. Now, who interviewed? The same police?
uh,
Same pose.
yeah, of course they came in field. It's the same person in field.
Me.
Keep
There you
talking to
go.
people.
So what that tell me? That tell me that this motherfucker just got it out for me. I got
Hello, Native Tribe in Ken of 14. How are y'all? How are y'all doing this evening? By the way, if you all have not checked out Native's letter to Steve Harvey, you really must do so. It is quite hilarious.
that part. Now I'm correct on that. Second of all, now that other
It's complicated, says Legacy Moon. I understand why you can't listen to her little hair voice. It's irritating. Hey, call me on Keisha's phone. How are you doing? And PW, how are you?
shit.
Roswell police.
Yeah. I got now. I got confidence and all that. Now as this other shit, as this race shit, now I know all that is bogus. That for real. Okay, so I
Mm-hmm.
take it all the way back to what they did that Debug session or the first one that I got.
Wait,
Okay, the first one
stop,
I got.
stop.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, listen, hold on. It's the same. So again, she
Two.
says
Did he say theft by obsession? Is that what y'all heard? Let me put these closed captions on.
70,000, and then she said on. Okay, so she's saying again on. That was in June, right? But then she came back in August, 2 months later, and said that you did take on 821. This is stopped by this section. That William did take Beckham's 2021 Mercedes for 70,000 to trade in for another vehicle for Beckham. William deprived Beckham of a property when he traded the vehicle in for an RV title to his company. So you got two RVs in 21.
Thank
is what it's saying.
Thank you.
All right. It's saying that in August you got an RV, and in June you got an RV. What you got? 90,000.
Y'all, Miss Lady said your reading skills should be much better than this if you claim to have own several businesses. I say the same thing, and going to court reporter school. Lady T-Bus said this is civil. Why are we wasting the court's time?
In cash for an RV, and you got a $70,000 band for an RV.
Okay. So I got another question. If I'm doing all this, let me get it right. If I'm doing all this, what is that, a civil suit? Or is that
Bible lady, she is not wearing nose plugs. You see, it's one or two things. She is either just now waking up. No, it's three things. Just now waking up, very sleepy and needs to take her nap, or she's in the presence of a man.
a about a session? Which one is that?
So this would be
Beef.
civil. And I would say it's a civil only because y'all got an ongoing relationship
Thank you.
and y'all done things before. That would make it more so civil.
Thank you.
But she's saying because it don't make sense if she felt deprived.
Hey, retract. Now, doesn't it, every time he says thank you or what's that other one he says? I don't know, y'all probably know. It's because he knows she's falling for the BS and she's giving him some legal eagle advice that makes him feel more confident in the lie that he is currently telling. Banks said, I like the way you clean that up, Legacy Mooch, you and mysteries.
In June, why would she turn around and you a car if she felt some type of way back in June? Because
SC traveling RN says smug ass. He is smug. He really is. Salty buzzard. I don't think I said hi to you when we started off. I might have. I don't know.
it takes 2 months to do that.
Thank you.
So that's just all of this shit is so minor. It should be bondable. This shit is so stupid. That shit should have been like a $5,000 bond. What happened? Him and some chick that he been doing business with. Okay, the shit didn't go right. Okay, $5,000 bond. Who cares? We'll fix it. We'll figure it out what it is or whatever. Why is it?
Y'all know what? I'd like to take me some good old house music and just do a mix and say it's civil. It's civil, bondable, civil, bondable, and just start voguing. That is just, I think it would do so well on the charts. Don't you agree?
Why isn't it? Yeah, well, why isn't it? See, they keep talking about the probable cause is going back to that landlord shit. He need to produce a lease and a utility bill.
Yeah, ain't got nothing.
First and foremost, he need to produce that.
And she doesn't know whether he
payment
did or not.
him, why he keep trying to say
Listen,
980 was something that you.
He can't produce payments because he didn't pay anything. Duh.
And that she was renting from him. Who was at 990?
She was at one of them houses over there next to each other. I don't even know what it is.
980 and 990.
Yeah, I don't know that.
He said 980 was you and 990 was her.
Okay, but I never met these people. That's what I'm trying to say. I never met them. I don't even know them. I'm going by what she had going on. So I listened to what she had going on, not my own instinct.
Right.
Really?
You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
So, straight up. But I can't talk about my damn self right now. Whatever. I can't talk about myself. Hello? Yeah?
Right. I mean, Yeah, you gotta be careful when you got a record. You can't mess around with nobody that look like
Yeah, I got
they not on the up level. They got a lot of miscellaneous. But then it's how a person presents themselves. Cause how the hell
Oh, wow, y'all. Shay B gifted 5 Legacy Moon True Crime and Mystery memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we're going to see in a moment who those people were who got those memberships. I don't know, maybe. Um, Georgia Peach says friends won't press charges sometimes, but they are still able to. Friend or foe, relative, I lend you $70,000, um, and you don't give it back to me. I think I'm gonna press me some charges. PW said it might also be her teeth. Her teeth is causing her to sound like that. What y'all think? Y'all think it's the teeth? You never know with her. Chocolate said, every time Nesto says, I don't know them people, you burst out laughing. You know he's lying. Too funny. Yes, and here we have I Said What I Said was gifted a membership. Salty Buzzard, SC Traveling RN, and Chocolate was gifted a membership. Welcome, all of you. And I see Miss Shay B is one of my detectives over here on the squad. Let's get back into these lies.
husband may not have known what she was up to, and he right there married to her and could not have known anything about her but what
But
she shows.
but he knows because I'm gonna have to subpoena. He knows my character. He knows my
Oh,
character.
wait a
So
minute, wait a minute,
I know that for a fact. And he
wait a
was a
minute.
good dude.
And then they need to ask her in court, did you ever do
These people don't understand what a subpoena means in character references and things like. Does he really think that this man is going to speak on his behalf against his wife, and isn't he deceased now anyway? And not only that, I mean, I know, like, in crimes you can't testify against the spouse, so I don't see how you're able to testify for a defendant and speak against your wife who is the co-defendant. That makes no sense. These people, and Miss Legal Eagle here doesn't say, well, no, you can't do that, that won't work. No, she just keeps it going. She just keeps the conversation going. Hi, Green Bites.
did he honestly know you weren't out of attorney? Did you ever tell him he was an attorney? Because why would he take you to court as an attorney when he could have easily hired an attorney? Because I'm sure it wouldn't have cost much. It was just an appeal on a case,
That's all it was. Thank you.
and it was Shirley's case, not even your case. It was
Thank you.
Shirley's case.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But they trying to say because you sat in court and this girl said,
Wasn't that landlord tenant court? What is she talking about? It was an appeal. I thought it was landlord tenant court. I could be wrong, because, like I said, this stuff runs together sometimes. But what does she mean, appeal? And call, hiring an attorney is expensive. I don't care if it's criminal, civil, I don't care what it is. It costs money, and a lot of it at that. Um, Fly TZ says, walk like a gypsum while saying it's civil walk. Each walk like an Egyptian. Yes, I remember that song. Yes, we definitely we can put that to some house music. I'm telling you, I'm gonna come up with something. Watch me.
sat there in court and said she was not who she said she was, and you didn't say anything that she was part of the game.
There you go.
When all it could have been was she told me that was her legal that was a name that she used when she was a. If she could have told you any kind of story that anybody could have believed, you know, she told me that's the name she practiced under law.
Okay, but guess what, Sonia? If she didn't tell him that, he can't go in court and testify under oath that that's what happened because it didn't happen. He knew who she was.
never thought too much in it. It is odd looking back that her name is Erica and April, whatever. Like, I don't know. I but some people are nosy and they get involved. Some people just listen and run with it. Like, okay, that's what you told me. That's what you told me. So this one is financial transaction card fraud
Okay.
with Melanie Scratton's credit card
Okay. Now how
to
was that?
Laura's. Huh?
Oh, okay, I'm listening. Go ahead.
This was supposed to happen in 21 of December. This is supposed to be Williams did provide Melanie Scratton's credit card to Laura's Truck Inc. for the amount of $1,000
What?
without authorization from Melanie Scratton. So they're saying that
Wow.
if you, okay, what's this? Okay, so on August 15th,
Wait a minute, y'all. I don't know if this was an old call that I listened to, or if it was a recent call I listened to that I didn't catch till last night. Did y'all hear when there's a call where he's talking about how he helps people and how there was a homeless woman at the store or something he saw, and he felt bad for her because she was homeless, so he went and he said, I got this ambulance at home, so he let her sleep in the ambulance. It seems to me, if you're helping out a person who's homeless, to me, helping them out is maybe putting them up in a hotel room for a few nights so they can stay warm, stay cool, get a shower, maybe eat or something like that. Letting them sleep in your empty ambulance, that's not a flex.
of 22, this is after you got arrested, I made a phone call to Melanie, a victim of Ernest. Scratton reported her card stolen on June 4th to the South Fulton Police Department. I spoke with Scratton
Wow.
briefly about her relationship with Williams and asked her to send all the documents to me that she had regarding her case. Scratton mentioned that she recently filed another police report regarding Williams using her credit card for items not authorized and money not being repaid. Hmm.
Wow.
On the 30th, she met with him at the police department in Roswell, and she stated that
Not me. Not me.
this is Melanie. This is Melanie, but she came into the police department, and she stated September 19, 21, which is a year prior. She met you at a Starbucks. She was sitting outside speaking with some females, selling Mary Kay products. She told Williams that Starbucks was closed and that if he looked too long, he would end up buying something from her. Williams started speaking with her, bought some beard oil, told her she had a beautiful smile, and ended up exchanging numbers with her. He showed her his Instagram and how many followers he had, and said he could help grow her business. He also mentioned that if he could get her finance and life goals in order, William texted Scranton later on and told her that his team could work on a project that would cost her $1,000. She stated that she was looking into courses that cost around that same, so she said go ahead because, she's trying to look at a dog chase the rabbit. That's crazy. Williams was telling her about his security company and wanted to show her that he could find people's information by running their tags. She stated that she went to the truck and grabbed a portable radio, then stated that you linked to 911 in that iNet. He gave a tag over the radio and received a full back.
Come on, YouTube. What you doing? Let me try it.
Report with all Scranton's personal information. On the 27th of that same month of 21, Williams needed to have
Wait a minute.
her social media work transferred to
Oh
him
my God.
via
Is this a new screen name? Did somebody change their name, or is this my first time seeing you? That don't make sense to me, Brown. I like that.
What
she
is it? Oh,
transferred.
what now?
They said that we needed to have 1,000 for social media work, and that
Okay, go
she
ahead.
stated she transferred $10 from her checking account. Hold on,
$10.
hold on. She
Oh
stated,
my
hold
goodness.
on, this is a fucking long ass report. She stated she gave $10 to Williams' SunTrust account to verify if it went to credit. Second transaction was $9.90. On October 3rd, 21, Williams called back, asked to meet her. They met in the parking lot in Alpharetta on one of Williams' motor coaches. When Scranton arrived, Williams was with a young female named
Banks says she is reading his modus operandi, and it's the same play he ran on her.
Dominique, later identified as Alasia Alexander,
Mhm.
who was his assistant but called his daughter.
Mhm.
Williams stated that to Stratton that Dominique, she could meet on the coach about the work Dominique would be doing for her regarding social media. When Stratton was on the coach, Dominique, her son, was sitting with Williams in the F1 and F350. Stratton stated that Dominique was supposed to work on her content for Instagram to help gain followers. As of the current date, Dominique was never provided the service, and she was supposed to, after the meeting, Stratton left with her son and went to a pizza on the corner. After, when she was getting ready to leave, her car wouldn't start. She reached out to Williams. After a few attempts to start it, Williams stated to her that she needed to get a new car. And
Now, according to Lady T Bug, Officer Fields was able to follow him through them Atlanta streets by following that oil leak.
get one from under her. And to get that one from under her, he came to speak to her about a bank account and debt, and now he could get her under her debt and level up. She disclosed to Williams all the debt that she had. Okay, on October 6th, she said she met with you on the motor coach. Just asked, he was stating to her he was going to get her a Chevy Tahoe and that she could go online and choose what she wanted. Send him a copy of her driver's license. And
Now, remember, he doesn't know anything about online things. He's just so computer illiterate, let Sonya tell it. So, keep that in mind while he is going around and recruiting these women, telling them that they need to increase their social media appearance so that they can, grow their business.
he would need 3,000 sent to him via Zelle in increment payments, and that he would take care of the rest. She spent 1,000 of her savings, and during that meeting, William stated that he asked her if she liked messages, massages, I can't read.
I think Lady T Bug, Native, and Bank. Well, actually, all of y'all are really cutting up in these in this chat tonight. Native says listening to her read is making me want to send her some golden books. Y'all remember those? Oh, I had a bunch of those.
She said that she did, and she had the same male massage therapist for a while. However, She stated that she felt uncomfortable with William massaging her because he was married. William asked if
You have 1 minute remaining.
massage therapist was married, and she stated she didn't know. No, it didn't matter because she was paying for a service. William responded with, "My wife knew I was what I was doing before she married me." Rose stated that William gave her a massage on a bed located in the back of the motor coach. On the 1st of November, William stated to Scranton
Listen,
that
I am not going to let a man that I just met, that's her second time seeing him, and you are in an RV laying on a bed, letting him touch your body. I just, ill. That's just nasty. Victor the Veil says, struggle reading. It absolutely is. Miss HLS says her reading is so annoying.
she needed to send him $500 for insurance on the vehicle if she could not leave the lot without insurance. He sent the $500 to the checking account, and then she met him on the motor coach to speak with him again about plans. Level up and received a massage. This was the first time the relationship became intimate on November 5th, 2021.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
I got to the part with the
hold on.
Bank. Do they still have weekly readers? I have not heard that term in just, I don't know how many years. Weekly readers. Oh my gosh. Hey, Miss Mad About Music.
So she said, November 1st, is my file for insurance. On November 7th, she was supposed to meet you to get the truck, but it never happened. William stated that he was busy hanging out with Charles Barkley and would let her know when he wanted the
Lies.
truck. She said that Williams wanted her to do a pop-up shop for her business. That'd be good for bringing to the motor coach. And they felt the good location was Douglasville. On November 10th, she called Williams about the truck and also about the pop-up shop. And he said he was in Texas. And they had to contact and get back with her. On the 12th, she was supposed to go to the pop-up in Douglasville, and Williams stated that she would not be able to do it because the generator would not start, and it was a cold day. He also said that that
I got a
she would.
question. I got a question. Couldn't she have just like read the thing and then summarized it? I mean, like, why would you want to sit on the phone and listen to this? Not just because she can't read, but I mean, it just seems to me that it makes more sense. I'm all about convenience and doing things that's going to save time and be more convenient. And it seems to me that she could have just simply read it and summarized the charges to him. Plus, the man know what he did. Why are we even going through this?
Need to give him $200 to cover gas for security for the next day available for pop-up shop. She stated, wait,
all
okay,
that's
so
in a warrant. All that's in a warrant, or that's a statement.
that's all in the warrant. This is the affidavit for arrest.
Okay, go ahead.
Pop-up shop. She just sent 200 for the pop-up sale. Okay. On November 13th, she reached out about Charlie not received it. Now she's paid $2,000 and stated that he was back from Charlotte and was surprised that the dealer had not called her. On the 17th, Williams contacted her and asked her how much debt she had on 3 credit cards. He told Williams the amount of the credit card. Williams stated that she needed to pay $800 into the private security, giving her 2%. Sent 800. Scranton had not been given any percentage of ownership. Williams stated that he would speak to her son, what was in Memphis, and that he was upset because young girls shot, and he mentioned to her that he was there purchasing a command center for assistance since her image on the 23rd of November.
What?
Williams, on the 23rd,
Of what?
Williams stayed the
What
night.
that?
This is November 2021.
Okay, go ahead.
You stayed the night at her house for the first time. During the stay, he asked if there was anything she needed help with on her house, and that he has guys that can help with handiwork. She made a list of all the work she needed done and sent it to you. Williams received the list. He stated that he needed $500 to pay the handyman for the work. She sent the $500, and for the repairs, the house has never been fixed. On December 1st, during the conversation between Williams and Scott, Williams stated that he needed to go to the Chevy dealer to talk.
Shay said Sonya is wasting up all the global tail link. I love you very, 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 very much minutes.
About the Tahoe when they would receive it. What is this, 2 months later?
Keep going.
Yep,
Williams
keep going.
stated that he needed to go to the Chevy dealer. Okay, so Scott stated that she and Williams started planning a trip to during Christmas break as she's a teacher and she gets 2 weeks off. During this same call, Williams stated that Stratton that he would be able to pay off her debt for her and that Dominique would be bringing her the money via check. The money was never brought. Williams said that to Stratton that she needed to renovate her kitchen, that he can get the appliance from Brandsmart.
Don't nobody want them basketball checks from him.
She agreed. Stainless steel. Williams. Hold on. Dave Williams. Information. 3 credit cards. She needed to spread. Hold on. The charges.
None of that
For the
stuff don't make
appliance,
no
the
sense.
cost 3 credit cards.
Okay, y'all. That girl says Sonya Nesto laid pipe that night. Girl, and you reading, it's crying inside. This is your role, side hen.
And she operates, okay, so whatever. On the same day, Williams charged $2,000 at Precinct 1 Auto on her Carnival MasterCard.
Who? What's the name of it?
Carnival MasterCard without authorization from her.
That don't
Williams
make no
purchased
sense.
multiple vehicles from this location. Through a search warrant of the way they found a receipt, scrap paper with the scrap and credit card number was found in Williams' black backpack in the vehicle. The same day, Williams also used her Family First credit card and made the purchase in the amount of $1,017 to Laura's truck. On the second, Williams charged $1,000 on her credit card and $800 to the Family First to that truck spot. On December 4th, 21, he asked if
Native Tribe says if Sonya and Slowrilla, had a reading contest, they would both come in. They would both come in last. Banks says text messages are 25 cents a text. Nesto be writing anthologies, and Sonya be like, Nesto, I love you, I love you, I love you. Shay said, I need to ask IS, what's the best way to hustle up a new phone? Mine on its last leg. Well, what you got to do is get a YouTube channel and have a block party like she tried to do, 2 weeks ago when she was trying to get her rent paid. Hey, Miss Helena. Miss Helena says the military really could have used Sonya in Guantanamo Bay.
she could, if she had any room on her credit card, and then proceeded to make a purchase without her consent. All of this without her consent don't make sense because
don't make no
If
sense.
you calling and asking you got any more room, how am I sneaking and using a credit card?
Thank you. You keep
It
doing
sounds like a relationship that went awry, and she didn't want to pay for this shit because she didn't get it didn't work out. So instead of her trying to pay,
Hold on.
I'll keep reading. I want you to keep reading because I'm gonna bust this bub when I tell you this right here because I'm gonna show it to you because you got the paper in front of you. Keep going.
so on the 4th, he asked her if there's any room on a credit card.
What month is this?
December 2021.
Okay, remember I said I don't know. I don't remember nothing like that going on. But now I'm catching it. Come on.
Okay, so in the amount of $1,000, right? And transaction was not authorized. No money was returned. December 13th, Williams stated that to her, and he would need at least $1,000 sent to him for the Tahoe. She sent $1,000 from her checking account.
Jackson Tabasco says, Jesus, be a book, not a fence. Be a book all around her every day. I know, Bible lady, that holla. That's because he's going to make a point as soon as he hears it. As soon as she says one word that he can pick out and twist, that's what he is going to do. Shelly C says, okay, he doesn't remember. Let's let him go home. Yeah, he don't remember, so it didn't happen.
So why does she keep sending money to she said that don't make sense why you keep sending money if back in October you're supposed to get a trust and he keeps telling you this.
Thank you.
Why you keep sending money? During the rest of December, she faced the family tragedy when she lost 5 members to a fire. Williams and her never traveled, but he tried to advise her that in order to pay for the funeral, she would need to up her credit limit.
Oh my God.
Credit looked better. She stated she was getting frustrated because she has paid thousands of dollars to Williams and had absolutely no return. I don't get that. No vehicle, appliances, work done at her house, social media work, and this sounds more so civil because it sounds like a personal relationship. That's what this is. This really sounds civil.
Okay, come on.
This don't sound.
A lady said she was earning her man and learning her man.
This doesn't sound criminal because if I'm dating you and I'm kicking it with you and you're giving me money, it's personal. It's not business. Even though the immediate meeting was business, 2 months later it turned personal. So now we're kicking it in a sense. Because I'm coming over saying we're fucking whatever. Okay, so it had no applicant, no vehicle, no appliances, no work opportunities in the company, and she was promised scrapping. She then told Williams that they need to chat. She initiated a $1,000 request through Zelle to try to start getting some of her money back. Williams said that he cannot process it.
Is this around the time when he was giving her the runaround about the money? She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." She says that remember he was out of town because his recording artist died in Memphis. I remember that, but so it was around that time. I didn't realize that's. I know he told somebody that, but I couldn't remember who.
Has control over his account. January 20th, she, in a conversation, stated to Williams that she was going to trade her Nissan Altima in the CarMax. Williams stated to her that he would be able to get more money from the car if he had a buyer lined up. Williams bought one of his 2015 Chargers for Scranton to use while he was going to sell the Nissan. Scranton drove the Charger for a few months and kept asking when was he going to get the money from the vehicle. William kept stating that he was trying to travel when he spoke with her and said he would, hold on. I'm trying to fucking
Are you a traveler? Are you a business manager? Are you a business owner? What is going on? You got too many things going on, and I don't like it. I want my car or the money or something. Big to the Veil said Nesto thought he had paid them back in the bedroom with the toys. He thought his game was that right that none of them would reject him like they did and ask for a refund. They no, let me not say that. Miss Lorraine says V2 the V King Dingaling. Miss HLS says, I think Sheridan went to college in Memphis, if I'm remembering correctly. Really? I didn't know that. ISWIS said, wait a minute. Let me get the hooked on phonics thing. I don't think that's gonna help you. Much better today. How you doing? Says stay in school, children. Just stay in school.
Okay.
it's
That's a
small and
whole,
it's big.
that's a whole book there.
It
That's a
is.
whole
I've
book.
heard them. It's
Wow.
a whole. It sounds like a whole relationship.
Okay, go ahead.
And this just sound like a relationship. It doesn't really sound criminal. It would have been criminal if you dipped and dipped out and then.
Yeah, Native. We want you to write the single called "It's Civil," and I'm gonna do the music. You write the single, and I'm gonna do the music.
And never returned a call and all of that. But it's because of this ongoing situation. It should have been a civil matter, is what it should have been. She should have sued you civilly for this. This wasn't criminal at
Okay.
all.
Keep going.
So you let her use your car while you was on hers, and on March 9th, you called her and asked if she could place some appliances at her home. She said she's not at home and there wasn't enough room. And you sent her a photo of all the appliances was from the house at the 2155 Bent Creek, Alpharetta. So, this house, this is a house that you shared with Shirley. Williams sent the photos, Shirley, photos later showing later showing the appliances lit on the back of the white truck, taken them to the storage unit. This was also the day that Williams and his wife were evicted from the residence. On March 13th, William met her in a different vehicle. He gave her a 2015 Dodge Charger. During the rest of March, April, she continued to act.
The lady said, "This hoe got an attitude. She's jealous of all of Nesto's women's, even though she's the only women's in his life right now." In Harmon, you don't have to write the jokes because they pretty much write themselves with these two. Houston Foodie said, "Why won't this woman open her mouth?"
For the money. Williams stated that the buyer was a Dominican and
Shay B's gonna play the guitar for the single.
that as she returned, she would be able to get her the money for her vehicle. William told Stratton to stop paying on the auto loan due to him selling a car. She stopped paying as she believed she would have the money in hand for the loan in full. She started getting notices for payment and eventually told Williams that if she did not get the money for the car, it was going to be repossessed. On May 2nd, 22, the Dodge Charger she was driving was totaled from her place of work. She found out that the vehicle had been repossessed and that it was being stored at Atlanta Carland. She stated to Williams that he needed to give her the money for her vehicle or give her the vehicle back as she now has nothing to drive. Williams came over at 300 hours on May 3rd and spent the rest of the morning hours with her.
What is
So
300
the
hours?
300, 3 o'clock.
In the morning?
Oh, 3. No, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, go ahead.
3 o'clock in the morning would be 2012. It starts at 12, would be 24.
Did y'all learn how to do military time in school? No, I'm just curious. I mean, he doesn't seem to know what military time is, or regular time for that matter.
Before it's midnight. No, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. That's 3 o'clock. Oh,
The
300
scooter that
hours.
could.
I think that's 3 o'clock in the morning.
They're banging over there, starting to lay no head.
Okay, so at May 3rd, and spent the rest of the hours with her so that he could drive her to work that morning. On May 4th, Williams arrived with the ambulance for her to drive, but he ended up driving her and her son instead. While on the way to work, the ambulance broke down and he called a tow truck. She and her son walked home. On May 5th, Williams started asking her if she wants to work for him and be the registered agent for his bail bond business. She declined. On May 17th, she asked him again for the money for the vehicles. On May 18th, she received a text message. That's why your ass couldn't be found first when I was here in May, because you was all with her. I'm seeing where your ass was. Yes, you was. That's
Okay,
what it's
go
saying.
ahead.
Anyway,
You don't know what you're talking
on May 30th,
Y'all hear that? How do you get jealous about some woman's husband that you're messing with some other woman, and you could not find them? What kind of nonsense is that? Hey, Jay Vickers, and hey, you have 1 minute remaining. If Nesto admits to it being civil, he's admitting guilty to the RICO. These dummies. Oh, yeah, that's a thought. That is a thought.
she messaged you and stated that if she does not put the money back for the vehicle in her account by May 30th, she's going to call the police and file a stolen car report. On June the 4th,
Okay, stop right there.
she reported her car stolen.
Stop right there.
Oh,
In May, you know where I was at? I was in fucking Dallas.
You was in Dallas.
You fucking right, I was in Dallas.
is that
Do you
Georgia?
You
remember
wasn't
that?
in Dallas the first week of May because I saw you. I saw you when I was here.
Yeah.
And
Because
I was here the first 2 weeks of May, and I saw you.
See, look at that. He's trying to establish an alibi, and she's disputing that.
Right? Oh,
Damn
once.
right.
I thought
Damn right.
twice. But you were in Dallas.
Yeah,
You did
I
go
know
to
I
Dallas.
was. Thank you.
Mhm.
Keep going.
You did go to Dallas.
Keep going.
So, okay, June 4th, she did it. Okay, so June 6th, we started texting her, demanding a copy of the police report on that same day. Her car.
Let's go back to my head went to hurting then. Go ahead. Because I can tell you exactly where I was. I'm keep going now.
June 6th, you started texting her, demanding a copy of the police report on that same day. Her car is located in Conyers.
Okay.
The car was being driven by Tracy, who was arrested for, I remember,
You remember that now. You
I remember
that.
that.
All right.
For the car, okay, because the car was being driven by Tracy, who was,
oh girl, fucking grandmama.
Yeah, was identified as the granddaughter who interviewed with, okay, she was in the Dominican Republic and was told by Williams that he had paid the car off for her and had given it to her. She was driving the vehicle around under the impression that it was paid for. So on June 8th, 22, now this is after the alleged second. She's trying to say twice that she was riding around in the car.
Thank you. I'm trying to tell you all this shit.
That doesn't mean
it's gonna all make sense.
So how is she riding around in the car and you her? That's crazy. And then you cool with her grandma.
And
her fucking daddy, they gave her. I don't even say how much money. Boy, you don't have no clue.
Okay, so that's crazy how all of this like don't even make sense. And you're not even really like understanding the book of this. So
Nesto said that the daddy gave him $100,000 for his daughter. He just said here he gave her $100,000. So who did daddy give the money to? Was it to you, Nesto, or was it to his daughter? And was it for the vehicle? Because I think I had heard that at one time that's what that money was for anyway.
So on June, okay, so through interviews with, she was in the Dominican Republic and was told by Williams that he had paid the car off. Okay, so on June 8th, Williams stated to her that he knows what she told the police and it's okay. You understand? He also stated that he had a lawyer and he would go turn himself in as a warrant for theft by deception had been obtained for him. And that was the other one, I guess.
That's it. That's right. That's right. You got
And
it.
then on June 9th, she received a call
Stop.
from Williams' lawyer, Josh Jones, with Jones Jones LLC, in regards to the stolen car. The number refers to, okay, so registered to an Earl Lamont.
Yes, stick to the veil. Sonia can't stick to the crime code. I don't know them folks. Exactly.
Who is one of Williams' friends, partners, and jail associates from his past incarceration. This number has been dialed in conversations had by Williams from the jail on August 13th, 15th, 16th, 23rd, and 24th. Williams
Wait
had,
a minute. Who in jail?
this is when you was in jail and you was calling
Calling who?
Lamont.
Okay, what about him?
You was referring to him as Lamont. They're saying the car, the number on the register to an Earl Lamont.
Okay, what car? Oh, the call. Okay, go ahead.
The call.
Okay.
Hold on, or whatever.
She don't know
Williams
what she's reading.
has been referring to this individual by Lamont. To date, she has not received her money back. He's in jail now. Williams committed theft by deception, obtaining the bail amount of $1,000, a bail amount of $1,000, a bail amount of $1,000, a bail amount of 500, 200, 800, 500,000. Williams did commit financial transaction fraud when he provided Melanie with a credit card on December 1st. So if you, this is all somewhat.
Listen, Shay, we have put something in her ear, something up her nose, something in her mouth. We have had stuff everywhere on her. We have no idea why she is sounding like this, but she is. It's really frightening. So in the beginning, we listened to the infamous read her letter, and now we're sitting up listening to this. This is going to be a lesson that all children need to stay in school. They need to learn how to read and practice.
What civil and somewhat not, because it's not criminal at all.
It's
Because if you did charges
it's
in December in 21, and she's talking to you in June, she done seen the statements in January. So there's no way she did not know about this thing. And for her to say it was unauthorized and to
that
keep
is
giving
not
you money.
true, because when I had credit cards, if I knew I wasn't going to pay nothing, I didn't open it. It wasn't no need. The only time I opened up my credit cards was when I was going to put a check in the mail. So that goes to show you how long ago this was. I'm talking about check in the mail. That's why when everything was paid off, I closed them up and I don't have credit cards anymore.
Money after you made an unauthorized, so she say, purchase for her credit card doesn't make sense. If you took my credit card and used it, I'm not going to turn around and give you some money 3 months later.
First of all, why would I take stuff from anybody? I don't got to take nothing from nobody. I'm an ex. I don't have to do that. None of everything.
Bible lady said her adenoids are swollen. Houston Foodie said, at a lady, Nesto said the girl didn't go to Dubai. She was with him when, you know what? She was with him at, no. That was Gail Bickham. That was at the Green Waters.
What she got going on don't make no.
She's saying that so she don't have to pay for it is what she's trying to turn around and do now, because it blew up in her face and she didn't. And so now that she's now fucking with you and she's probably mad at you, fuck it, if I gotta make it a criminal case, if that's what they want me to do, because when she starts coming to them, I don't know. But
I already know what you did. I already know they could hurt us to do a whole lot of things.
If a man needs to use Liquid V, then he needs to use Liquid V. That's not a problem. and toys. Do whatever you need to do to get things going in your life as a couple. But this woman is literally turned out over this man over some liquid V and toys that he used on her. I can't believe that it has completely destroyed her logic and reasoning and thinking skills, and apparently reading ones too.
The reason I helped out with that car is because her son with autism. That's the only reason she had to take him to a fucking special school every fucking day just to take him there. That's the only reason I did that. So if somebody steals from you, somebody gonna offer you something to drive their shit to. That don't make no sense.
Right, the whole
You probably gave her the ambulance to shut her up. And what I don't under he has this man who can't enunciate his words, can barely read, as far as I'm concerned, right, has such disdain for people who are mentally ill or people who are challenged. I don't understand that. I really don't.
the whole story doesn't even
Make
fall.
no
It's
fucking
okay.
sense.
It's not criminal. That's for sure.
It's
It's a
civil.
relationship. You're
It's
giving her stuff. Y'all
it's civil.
saying y'all spending time. You just like
What
you're not
is
following
it?
through with. You're not following through with some of your promises or whatever the case is or whatever. That's what she's claiming. It's that she made false promises, whatever. That happens in relationships. So I mean, it looks like a relationship. Is what it looks like.
That don't.
And she got mad because she got tired of waiting on your ass, and so she's gonna report it stolen.
First of all, I'm not gonna set myself up like that.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
are.
stupid.
And yeah, you did.
I know how
Yeah,
motherfuckers
you
think.
are.
I know that. I had too much to lose to play a petty game. All that shit petty. Everything in there is petty.
So right, so that right there is like it looks like a lot of your shit is just people you deal with bullshit.
People out trying to help. That's what that was. All of that was is help.
Native has taken us back to the color purple, but I said is steady trying to translate all this mess for us. She's really trying hard. But how are you helping me if you take my car because you're supposed to get me another one and I don't have my car? You bring me a broke down charger to use and it breaks down. And then you give me an ambulance so that I can get my son to school and it breaks down. Where's the help? Please explain.
And if you see when it's saying that the grandma got locked up for the car, I want to know about that police report. I want to know why did you sit here and report something that's stolen that wasn't stolen, that no one stole from you. That's the
It's not
part.
considered stolen. What it's called is it's called unauthorized use of a vehicle because I gave the car to somebody that I know, and then when she asked for it back, you didn't give it back to her. That's called unauthorized use of a vehicle, not stolen.
Right,
She
right,
gave
right.
you the car.
If there's anyone in the chat who does not know this, unauthorized use of a vehicle is criminal. You cannot sue someone civilly because they unauthorized used your car. I mean, say for example, if I lend my car to Miss HLS and I say bring it back by midnight, and it's the next day, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and I still don't have my car, I can call the police and make a report because you can't do that. You're stealing my car. It's unauthorized use. You were only authorized till midnight. So she's saying this stupid mess, not realizing she's still um, putting him into a crime.
You just didn't give it back when she asked for it.
Now,
That's why it's unauthorized use. Because now I want my car back, and you didn't bring it to me, so it's unauthorized use. It's not
okay, first of all, it blowed
partial.
up in her face when she figured out that her daddy gave the money for that shit. It blowed up in her fucking face. She pushed that gun too fucking fast. That's what happened. You can't turn back then.
Wait,
You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
wait,
And
wait,
I don't understand why you got an innocent person.
wait. How is he blaming that? That has nothing to do with Melanie Scrutcheon. And if the daddy paid for the car, why didn't Melanie Scrutcheon have the money or a new car? He incriminates his own self.
motherfucker and some shit they don't know nothing about. That lady was locked up for nothing. It makes no sense. Then I know why the other person did what they supposed to be doing, but they done triggered them to say anything. So I figured that out. I figured that out last week when I figured out what's going on. I figured that out because they scared them to say shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's what. How you tied into all this here? That shit makes no sense to me.
He's been in jail since July 2022, and it took him until July 20th, 2023 to figure that out. Okay.
It don't make sense that she, January 22.
This shit is running goddamn crazy as a motherfucker. All that shit running crazy.
It don't make sense that she's having all these conversations with you, but she said back in December you used your credit card.
Hold up. Mine or hers?
Miss HLS said when the police come knocking, she's just going to say, I don't know them folks.
It's hers.
That
They're
makes
saying
no
you
sense.
used her credit card on 3 occasions, but she's talking to you after the fact and giving you money. So it's like, how can you sit there? If she got text messages to support what she's saying, like when it happened like a month later when she got her bill to say, why is my credit card $5,000 instead of $4,000 charge that I didn't do, and then she will call you and be like, why did you charge this? You know what I'm saying? It would be a conversation. But again, if that was the case,
a lady said them folks had a raggedy amber lamps. And Harmon says the other car was a Tahoe she was supposed to get. Jay Vickers says you ain't had no credit cards, Nesto. Of course, hers. It's complicated said, you are right, Nesto. Nesto, your comment stopped. I said, none of this make no sense. Them folks is trying to bury me. And PW says, Miss HLS, the famous I don't know them folks defense. It works every single time.
why was she still giving you money when she could have put that money you asked for and said, I ain't giving you shit. I'm about to pay this bill that you put on my card. But again, I don't get it. I don't know her. You know what I'm saying?
First of all,
See what happens when you smile in people's face and push up at them at the coffee spot.
Y'all hear how annoyed she is? Oh, she is so annoyed. We hold millions. 911 says, how did he solicit all this business? Did he have office space? How do all these women get scammed out of their cars, titles, etc.? No, he did not have office space. He did have an RV, which apparently he liked to lay the women across and give them massages. I guess he gets a good massage. I don't know.
What else?
Keep smiling at strangers and shit. Okay, so anyway.
Two things for sure. I ain't
So
never
listen, that's a straight. That's not a criminal case. That right there is not criminal.
Hey, I'm talking about
Period.
both on. Listen,
The girl is talking about that. Not if she's riding around in your car, still hanging out with you 2 years, 3 years after the fact. Who does that? And her father and her grandma kicks it and talks to you. So it's like,
maybe her father.
How that don't even to say, oh, he said he was gonna kill me. Girl, you sound stupid because you out here in the streets kicking and Dominican Republic, like you out the country. It's plenty of opportunities for you to say something and not worry about somebody coming to kill you. That's just stupid. So you can't even say.
When was that statement? We know what the statement was. What statement? When was that statement made? Okay, because first of all, none of that.
She hasn't made it recently. I mean,
what does her going to the Dominican Republic have to do with an essay It's what? So people who are SA can't leave the house. They don't ever want to do anything again. I mean, I know actually it does feel like that for them sometimes. But I mean, she makes no sense.
I mean, because remember in December, it's so much paperwork here.
That makes no sense.
No, none of it makes, it's all efficient. I would say everything's a hot mess that they turn into a criminal case. That's what it is. They turn everything into a criminal case that should not be. The landlord bullshit, that's
All
civil.
of it.
And unless he produces a lease, again, that's civil. The shit with the lawyer.
Hey, Miss Boogie Down. So you mean to tell me, Mr. Will Wooten, who hides behind doors and up in bushes and clouds, getting his info, he has nothing to do but waste his time on all this stuff that's just civil anyway. I mean, he don't have any other kind of white collar pressing crimes to take care of. He just has to mess with Nesto. That's it. That's all Will Wooten has to do. Okay.
That's some shit that he did. Ain't no way nobody in their right mind gonna go to court with no safe ass attorney. That's something she tricked and lied.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Do that shit, not trusting because I guess she felt like maybe know her, but I really don't know her. But
Jackson Tabasco said Pee Wee Herman and olive oil is messing me up. They doing something to the nerves. I'm telling you. And unfortunately, we got one more call after this one.
maybe she did go to law school. Who's fair? I'm not going. I'm not going to question her. If she says she's a lawyer, who lies about that? I get that.
So what you think about? I need to call you back one more time, or call you back later.
I'll be back later. Or you gonna call me back one more time, and that's gonna be it for today.
She tired of reading.
I'll call you back later. Okay.
Because I ain't working. I ain't got no job.
I got it. I understand. I understand. I appreciate this right here.
Yeah, it's hell. God damn, what is this?
So when I go to court Monday, I got to figure out how this judge don't listen to this bullshit.
Well, what she needs to do is she needs to file a motion, and with all this gathered up
Here we go.
into one motion statement, it was a personal relationship that went awry.
I'm talking about this.
Thank you for using Global Telink.
Here we go. She need to write a motion. Why don't you write it for her, Sonia?
What's wrong with your phone?
I don't know. I kept slapping zero and slapping it, and it just could not take. I texted you to tell you, to call me back. It wasn't working. I always say call back like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, the pad is cut off at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I texted you to say call me because it's not acting right, but I was hitting 0. As long as I answer, it's going to go. Just keep calling me back because, I have put money on there today anyway, but it just keep calling until I, you can hear me. You can hear me pick up though, right?
No, I can't hear none of that.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I can hear it. I can hear after you put money on the book and then you're trying to start over. I can hear you talking in the background. About 2 seconds, then it'll hang up. But you're not used to it now. That's really like beginners. But you're not used to it now. It don't even get that far. But I got something I want to say, if you don't mind.
No, I don't say nothing.
Y'all listen to this.
What you got to say?
What I got to say?
What you got to say? And you're going to get lippy with me. So when you started off, I just know you're about to get lippy with me. Don't get lippy with me. Go ahead.
Don't keep looking at you?
No, don't get lippy, mouthy.
No. Have I ever did it to you? Have I ever got smart, jazzy out the mouth? Have I ever did
No, but you don't put down on me before, but go ahead. I mean, in a polite way. You've done it before. You've done it twice, but go ahead.
You down all the time.
Look, if I do that means I'm telling the truth. I'm really...
This is
the truth.
Go ahead, telling the truth.
Well, one thing I'm going to say is 2 things for sure. I got your little slick comment. I got that.
What that?
I got that.
it's just surreal. Like I was like, I sit there and I would see or
Tabasco,
hear
I was
something,
trying
but
to keep that to myself. I don't know who says Jazzy at the mouth either, but I said I'm not gonna comment because maybe other people have heard that before. I haven't, but
it'll marinate in an hour or two or a day or two. It'll resonate in my head, and I'll really like think about shit, analyze it, and then I'll come back to it.
I'm the same way.
So I was
I'm the same way.
thinking, right, and so I'm reading and reading, and at that time, like we weren't like on nothing but friendship, so it was pressure on that. It's just to see what you were doing right before you got in there. You was juggling 4 situations, and I'm like, there is no way that man married juggling 4 situations
Thank
is
you
ever
very
going to be
much. Thank you.
is ever going to. You missing my point. Right, I'm about to
No,
say
I
thank
got your
you.
point. You said
My point is that you would
thank
ever
your
be
daddy.
faithful. That's what I was saying. Right. Ain't no way your ass would ever be faithful. It's not in you. It's just not in you. You're doing too much
Okay.
with a wife. And I mean, and that's fine.
my grandma always told me you lose them like you get them. So if she thinks they're going to get married and live happily ever after, and he's going to be in a state of monogamy, she's sadly mistaken.
If that's your, I mean, I just want you to be
Well,
real
wait a
about
minute. Wait a
it.
minute. Wait a 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 minute. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
you calculating some wrong shit. Okay.
Calculate, not
First of
calculate.
Mm-hmm.
all, okay, let me get this
Calculate.
straight. I'm gonna get the first one out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I had to call you every fucking day. One of them days I was with your ass. Okay, I know that for a fact.
Oh, do
I know
tell.
that.
Yeah. May
I know
2nd.
that. I know that for a fact. Okay.
May 2nd. Mm-hmm.
Okay. That them
I
folks
saw
is
you
that.
once when I was there for 2 weeks. You're right.
Okay.
I
You
was
know,
there. I was there May 1st through the 14th, I think, and then I left. And I saw you maybe twice. But I know I saw you once.
I'm talking about one of them days that them folks said I supposed to been over there with them, and I know that was a lie, because I was with your ass. So I'm not stupid.
Oh, you was with me May 2nd. May
Yeah.
2nd. And I don't know if I saw you once or twice. I know I
Now
saw
you
you
saw me
once.
2 times. You saw me two
I saw
times.
you twice. I know I saw you twice in April. I saw you once in June. And I think I saw you twice in May.
You
I
did.
think.
I know.
Right.
I ain't no thing.
I
I
didn't
know.
see you. And then I know the whole year other than right after the hospital, 2021, I did not see you, which was
Okay.
fine because I purposely avoided you in
Okay.
21.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, all that to me, that's small stuff. I'm not even. She told on herself. I mean, I just listen though. I want to
Hey,
go around and
listen,
listen.
looking at your cases are bullshit.
I
They're
know
all a
that.
fucking reach. They're like, I'm surprised.
We've been listening to these people talk for since 2022. Can they come up with a different conversation except for everybody's line is civil? It's bullshit. I mean, can they come up with anything any different? They're so predictable.
That the freaking prosecutor went in court and tried to act like your shit was so fucking serious that you was a threat to society. I'm like, what the fuck is this case saying? And all that shit looked like is a bunch of petty ass women in their feelings screaming, wolf.
Thank you.
All that shit looks like.
Thank you.
Every last one of them situations except for the dude is somebody you have
You don't scream wolf, you cry wolf. Duh.
some type of situation with. And the one girl, you went to jail. She wasn't gonna get that money for all those charges. So what she has to do is get a police report in order for them not to charge her to get that off of her. She has to make a police report. And she went in there and told her little story
And that's exactly
to
what
get that
happened.
shit off of her because she didn't want to pay that because 30 days what's going on your credit card. And if you got $1,000 and she's a teacher, she's not out here balling.
Salty Buzzard wants to know if the
So
clucker
she got a
is
$1,000
going
charge on her card.
if the clucker is going to get a subpoena from the state. It doesn't matter whether she's given a character reference for him or the state subpoenas. She's gonna incriminate him no matter which side she's speaking on. But she probably won't even show up for the trial.
She knew about it the moment her statement came, or when she went on her phone and saw what her balance was. So she can't say 4 or 5 months later, "Oops, I didn't know about the charge. Girl, you knew about that charge. One, they notify you through text. Whenever it's a certain amount, your credit card company will notify you. And when that bill comes, you know it. You know what your shit is looking like.
Now, somebody tell me if they know the answer to this. I know that, like, if you say someone took your credit card and stuff like that, you do have to make police reports and all of that to give to the company. I do know that. But does the case have to be adjudicated before they remove the charges, or will they just remove them based on a police report? Because if that's the case, you can go say anybody charged up your card and they really didn't. So I'm curious about that. Let me know if anybody knows.
And you didn't say nothing, but you didn't say nothing for months.
Okay.
So you know that shit was legit. You just got mad. Like my father did me with the credit card and press charges on me for that shit.
Exactly. You think I didn't listen to
He
you?
did the same shit to me, press charges, and the judge was like, you know,
Exactly.
it should have been civil. It should have been just a note to me saying pay the thing back. It shouldn't have never been nothing because I never avoided or never said I wasn't going to pay. I just paid for what was charged from me. And the stuff.
PW said, I think Sonya will be exhibit ABC that shows how he manipulates women and get their money. That girl says, Sonya, you're arguing over our man. You knew he you knew he was a snake when he did I? Oh, I didn't skip. I'm sorry. I didn't skip. I'm reading a comment and I didn't skip to another one. Let me start over. Sonia, you're arguing over our man. You knew he was a snake when you picked him up. Jay Vickers said he probably sweet talked her and never came through with the payment. Plus, she was embarrassed. And that is embarrassing when you do that. A lady says, I don't know. They always take charges off my card and I've never made a police report. Really? Was it an excessive amount of money? Because that's interesting. Because it seems to me like if like the person is not found guilty or innocent, it just seems to me like I can just give any name and say they ran up my credit card. So that's very interesting.
That I bought for him, I didn't pay for that. I did immediately pay for what I charged for myself because he said don't touch the money.
So let's get paid.
Oh, okay. So it's complicated. Said you have to file a police report and go to court to prove that your credit card was stolen. Yeah, see that now that makes more sense to me because I mean you could just say, I mean, if it's like $100 or $200, I can see that. But if we're talking over $1,000 or even 500, because once it's 500 and up is a felony. So it seems to me like you would have to actually do prove it. A lady says, no, never more than 1,000. It only happened twice. Hmm.
I'm past all that shit don't mean nothing to me. I'll be honest with you because I just listen very well what you said. All of that's nothing to me. That's nothing. I'll tell you, I know what's going on. That's nothing to me. When it comes down to my business partner, I know why they did her like that because they were going to find out some kind of financial fraud. There's no financial fraud nowhere. If you really
Because they're trying to make good on that $1 million bullshit, and they not even that. They're only at 100 with her. That's it.
Hold on. I ain't finished. finished. She ain't say not one thing in that I took.
Lisa Glaze, I didn't hear that her say that the her father sued her. It wouldn't surprise me now. I know her sister sued her and pressed criminal charges against her. Oh, Jay Vickers says, yeah.
They said they gave you what do you call it? They gave you a place that it's supposed to be transpired from. Look at where that place comes from. It's not here, period. We never did no business in Georgia. So I want to hear that bullshit. You understand now?
Oh, you talking about that dealership for the RV thing? The money that she's talking about the RV?
Right.
Where is that RV located at, that place?
That place is in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's not Fulton County.
Thank you.
So why are they trying to put their locks on
That's
that?
what I'm trying
That's
to
not
tell
for
you.
that's not their jurisdiction. If you bought something in Texas and Kentucky, then that's a Kentucky jurisdiction.
That's why it's a RICO, because it could be all over the U.S. of A.
Let me break it down for you. I ain't gonna go too deep.
Miss HLS says transpired from.
You're smart enough to see. When they went in my bag, they saw all my receipts, everything I documented as business, my checking account, everything. They saw it right there. So that part, that's where they got that from. And they went from there. They called her down there. She ain't going down there with that. She don't even fuck with police like that.
Yeah,
So
okay.
if you read the statement again, it will definitely say that. Okay, I come up missing from July. You ain't heard a damn thing from me all the way to October. That's 3 fucking months. Come on now, you'll be fishy too. You did because you found me. Come on now, it don't make no sense. Then if we did business, why you keep? If I'm doing bad business, if you're doing bad business, you don't keep doing the same damn thing over and over and over. But same person, that's stupid. Okay, all right. So let me get another thing clear. And I don't want to talk about the other shit because I know that's non-void too. When you read the shit, I didn't know that because I never had that police report. Period.
Which one are you talking about?
The child thing. I never had that police report.
Right.
So I could never
Okay. So
read it.
what they omitted to say was the date of the download, which will tell you who did it. The item that it was downloaded on, and that's what your attorney got to figure out. Because if the date
Silly
back prior to
rabbit.
you owning
That
it, that's
doesn't
not good.
matter. It was in his possession. Doesn't matter when it was downloaded or who downloaded it. It was in his possession. And if it's in his possession, it is his.
And then two, what are they saying they found it on?
Right. And on top
And
of
then
that,
again too, then they got to prove that the people that they saying that's in there are actually kids. They have to prove that those are kids.
Exactly.
Now, if they don't look like they're 8 years old, then anything that's quote unquote tell you. My dog that I babysit, when I met the girls, one of the girls was 13 when we moved over there. I thought that little girl was 18 years old. She was big as hell. She wasn't fat. She was built like a fucking woman. I was like, talking. She came over to play, and I was like, "How old are you?" She was like, 13. I was like, "There's no fucking way." She was like, "No, I'm 13." I'm like, "You are big." She was built like a fucking woman, and she was 13. She had to be 5'7".
Okay, let's play along with her. Let's say these photographs were of people who were built like 20-year-olds, but they were really only 10-year olds. Does that mean that we drop the charges? Because they may have been 10, but they looked and was built like they're 20. That's her logic. That's her theory.
7 and shaped like a woman. She was not little at all. She was a full-grown woman at 13. At 13. So you can't even tell with these kids these days how old they are. Just like how I got carded 3 times in my 50s for the lottery. And you got to be 18 to play the lottery. And they thought I was 17, 16 years old.
Yeah, your ass
So
like
so
that.
you can't even, why?
Let me tell you something. I don't know if when you go play the number, they card everybody because that's what they're supposed to do. But there is no way you can convince me that they did not know she was a grown woman. You can't let's say she don't look 55. Okay. Let's say she don't look 55. She looked like she over 18. Just look at her face and her neck. She looks like she's over 18. So I don't know if they have to card everybody or not. But you can't make me believe they carded her because they thought she was a kid. And quiet as it's kept, my aunt She used to send us to the corner store to play her numbers. And we were little kids. And they probably weren't supposed to do it, but we would take our paper, give it to them, and they would do whatever it is you do when you hand out them tickets, and we take them home to her. So she needs to stop that.
So you can't even say that a person is a child unless you ID that person and find out who the fuck that is. It's very, very, very hard to determine age with these kids and with grown-ups.
Well, first of all, and I got that part, but the way they set it up, though, they say girls out there lurking and talking to people on the fucking internet. That's exactly what they put out there. These people thinking that I did.
I've never
Well,
heard
that's what one of them dumbass bros said he was on Zoom, but that was one of them people bloggers trying to make it seem like something it wasn't.
Right.
I never heard.
Trying to say, oh, he was on Zoom with children. Where did you get that from? That shit is crazy. That was never reported.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's just them adding, every story they're going to add to the next one.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, everything, just like when he came back last year, when your attorney first in December, Roswell was like, we don't have anything. And they didn't have anything, so they went fishing. And they turned everything into a crime. They turned all your personal situations into a crime, which they're not. They're not.
They're not. I know they.
None of that shit. Even the fact with that girl trying to say, there's no way that a grown I get a kid. Kids you can terrify them and scare them. Like if you tell them to your mama, like I get that. Kids they don't know better. They just scared.
Listen, her dad is a bona fide gangster, man. All that shit, I ain't even worried about none of that. And he already told me that they what they call it, got some mental issues. The whole family do. So he already
Yeah, all you do is get people that know her character. That's all you do with that. And then you look at her text message.
Considering that the mother had him put in jail, we don't know what type of man he is or what he did to his own child. So, I mean, that's watch who you call for care. And here we have calling people who were former inmates in as character references. I just don't. If I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I ever get in trouble and y'all trying to round up some people to testify on my behalf, please don't let it be anybody who is a former inmate, because they don't have good character. You think I want them talking about mine? No.
Around that area of the date that it happened and see what she's talking about. That's all you got to do, and that tell you right there. If she's feeling some type of way, scared, I was forced, she would be in some type of mode around that time that it happened. She would not be herself.
Okay,
and then to come back and say it happened 2 years later, and then 2 months, 3 months after, a year after that, you still around him? Like, that don't make sense. If you just kicking it and hanging and it's dating this dude that you, like, that don't, and then you're in a Dominican, and then you still come back around. Like, it's like your place is away from where you could tell if it really happened. You went to the Dominican and you came back, and you still in the safe. I don't get that.
No sense.
Now you're grown. You're not a kid. You're a grown woman. 19. Listen, they can try to make it seem like she's immature, but Katie is smart as shit, and she's 16. So you can't tell me a 19-year-old lives there in the closet with no Instagram is dumb out here.
I'm finna make you laugh. You know who is my number one witness that saw and talked to the daddy personally with me? What do you think about that one? The other person, the other old people that cut me off.
Okay, here's
the wife?
Huh?
The wife?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, the father would have to come to court. You subpoena all of them as witnesses.
Absolutely.
You bring them all to court. Let's go to court.
Yeah.
Let's look at your phone records. Just go to court, and then we're going to turn around, and then you're going to sue the police station because y'all turned this shit, and y'all went and framed me, put me in this light, held me in jail without bond, and try to drag all
in jail without the bed.
These situations into something that it wasn't.
As you done read that, what did you think? What you think that judge is going to say on person on the
the thing is, the judge don't put too much thought in nobody's shit. They listen to the prosecutor argument, and they listen to the.
Not this judge. Not in what I'm hearing.
Well, if you're okay, so if I gotta put something together, put it in the email, Because sometimes people don't have common sense. Like, I got
Like
common sense.
you.
So I can look at this and
No, you
tell
don't.
what this really is. Because I got common sense to this shit. Like,
Come on, you two.
all right, that don't make no sense. That don't even make no sense. This isn't criminal. If anything, it boils
Civil.
down to civil because I need to get my money. He won't give it to me. And that's personal because of the relationship. Makes it personal. If it
Not
was
that part.
somebody that you was on the street that you saw one time or two times, then you could say, okay, that was criminal because da da
Right.
da 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 da. But if it's somebody I'm dealing with for months at a time, calling on a daily, doing intimates, all of that shit, honey, that's civil. That's civil.
Okay, not that part.
Laurel and
I'm
Hardy.
talking about the big boy. I'm talk-
What?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
No, that's what I'm saying. That don't make sense because the person that get don't come like how you coming back like in a 3 year span around this? Why are you still around this person 3 years after the fact? And then try to say, oh, he got me a sexual for 2 years he had me as some sexual servitude. You know, made me forced me to have sex with him.
Yeah.
You didn't live with him, so what are we talking about here? If you live with a person, I get that, and I have nowhere to go. I'm homeless. I'm forced to live in this situation. That's a given. But if he got an address over here and you got an address over there, your daddy know this dude. Your daddy in your life. Your daddy is around. Your daddy ain't no punk. You got all these other people. What are you scared of?
Daddy do.
So all you gotta do is tell your father. He's gonna stick his chest out, and it's a wrap.
It doesn't make.
So that don't make sense for that to be like even.
Okay, so when
Basic
was this
feeding
statement?
too.
You know when the statement was wrote? You don't know that part.
I don't remember. Now, you know how much of a book like
Okay,
that shit is.
let's pass this. Let's just pass this, man. I'll pass the part. Okay, so let's get me and you straight, cause I gotta get me and you straight, cause you didn't get them.
No, go ahead, get me.
Yeah, get me.
I just feel like I don't see that, and I don't
What
want to
you
force
don't see?
something. I don't want to force you to be something that you're not. I want you to
Well,
be
you
you.
know, yeah. Well, first of all, I ain't gonna let nobody tell me to do something that I ain't gonna want to do now. I'm not doing that. I'm straight.
Yeah, but you might be in a moment, and then you fall back to
Hey,
your
so I
usual.
don't know what the fucking you is supposed to be. I don't know what you think, how you think this go. I don't fuck with everybody. Okay, I'm a good motherfucker. But at the
Okay.
end of the day, innocent people get fucked around. I'm getting fucked around all the way
I
around.
don't think
So
so.
you can't see that. The blind person can see that shit.
Because you're dealing with crazy females. All your problems, all your issues on that paper is girls.
Okay, well, guess fine.
One dude.
Okay,
All that
that's
shit is
fine with
female.
that. That's fine with that. But here's the problem: when people try to use your mo to get off, that's what happens. I'm not fight. I'm not fight. I'm not.
What?
I'm not mad with Gail at all because I knew that the police has to do with that because I know her character. You know, that little money ain't nothing to them. That's nothing to them. So I know better than that. You know what I'm saying? And they know my character. So if they didn't know my character, they wouldn't come make a deal with me. Period. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with that kind of money. So I don't really worry about that part there at all. And let's come.
I would not care if you were a quadrillionaire. Or maybe it's just me who thinks this way. If I was a quadrillionaire, I don't care if it's $5,000. I want my money back because that's just the type of person that I am. So he's trying to say that Gail Pickham, he knows the type of person she is, and she wouldn't be worried about that little bit of money. That's 70-some thousand dollars. Okay.
Now to this man said that I owe him some money. I don't know this motherfucker. So I can put him on stand. I don't worry about him. I ain't never seen him. He never seen me. So I never.
I'm a thing say he picked you out on the lineup.
He never seen me. The man never seen me before. He never seen me at all. Never seen me. That's another lie. Never ever seen me.
Tell me something. If he doesn't know that man, how is it that that man was able to pick him out of a lineup? Because if he has never seen Nesto before, that means Nesto has never seen him before. So how would Nesto know this? How does he come to this conclusion?
So I don't even know who them people is. I'm not worried about that. Those are not worried about. All thing I'm concerned about is them two big boys. That's it.
Right, things that carry the most weight.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, all you gotta do is your character witness on her, maybe an ex-boyfriend or some shit to tell you the type of person she is. Her text messages.
Look, I said what I said. She want her 70 cents back. Let me tell you something. I mean, I don't care if it's a dollar. I don't play when it comes to money. So I know, there's some people who say they don't, like when they lend money, they don't worry about getting it back. I that's not me. I don't care if it's a dollar. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if I put gas. If I put gas in your car, because you don't happen to have any money. I want my $5. Well, it's not $5, but I'm just talking about back in the day when it was $5. I want my money back. Succeeding to, do you know we have been trying to get candy corns from Walmart for the last 3 weeks, and they have been out of it. Who is buying up all the candy corns?
And then they're gonna put her in stand and ask her why,
No, all I got to do is I need to see. I never got a lot of pictures there. I paid that shit with any one of our flying colors. I have nothing to hide. Flying color. I have nothing to hide. I'm gonna get my motherfucking life back. I'm gonna get my life back. I know that.
Okay.
So when it comes
Yeah.
If you say so.
If I knew something was fishy or I had something to hide, I would never ask you to go get that shit. Because to me, that let a person know, well, you got this going on, good it going. You're strong enough to handle anything. You don't show me that part.
The reality of it is, we weren't in no type of committed situation, so you could do whatever you was out there doing. I never asked you what you out there doing.
Hold on.
First of all, it's not what I'm out there doing. I'm talking about feelings. And they try to add and put two things together. If he was there with them, he was with them. No, motherfucker. I called your ass every motherfucking day.
It's a lot of hours in the day, sir. It's
a lot of
a lot of hours in the day. You got me out the way in the morning, and then you had your afternoon for your other. You had your shit on the schedule.
I didn't have no motherfucking hidden agenda. I didn't have none of that shit going on. I'm a nice motherfucker, man. Motherfucker ain't gonna kill
you
like that.
are very nice, and you're so cute, and you use it to.
All you have is hidden agendas. What are you talking about, man? And I just don't understand this. No man is going to refer to me, especially one that I'm sleeping with, as a motherfucker and all this kind of stuff that he be calling her. That's just not gonna happen with me.
To your advantage.
No, I don't use shit. It's just that I know. Listen, man, if that motherfucker didn't have that autistic son trying to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't never fuck with that motherfucker at all. So that's another thing. They don't never tell the truth about everything.
You can fuck with people and not fuck them. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
And then,
Wait, so he was only messing with her because she had that artistic child? Now I know it's autistic, but I'm just saying what he said. I cannot believe that. There's a show called From Inmate to Roommate. Really? What is that on? I definitely would like to check that out. Thank you so much for the sticker, Houston Foodie. She says this shows how ignorant Sonya is. Incriminating. She sure is ignorant. Very ignorant. Oh, I guess I should start the video.
and this is the problem. No, this is what happens when you get with women. No, I'm gonna tell you, sir. No, I'm gonna cut you off because you cut me off all the time. When you get a woman emotionally caught up in your ass and you disappoint her, there ain't nobody to fuck with.
Okay, let me explain.
And that's why you have to keep. Sometimes, even if you don't never sleep with a woman, and they like you. Like, you ever notice how these bitches be fighting over guys they like, and the guy don't even know they exist, but they out here fighting and stabbing and killing girls.
But I don't know that part because I don't deal with them people
Girls
like
is fucking crazy.
What?
That's why I don't have you find you hang around females? No, I don't hang around no fucking females because the bitches is crazy. And then you add sex into the equation. Automatically, if you fuck them twice, they think y'all a couple without even having a conversation. I can fuck you for 10 years, and until we have a conversation, we just fucking around.
I got a question for you. So, what are you saying? Are you saying that I can't commit to nothing? Is that what you're trying to say? So that means you're saying that
That's what I'm saying.
to you? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what she's saying. That's what I'm saying.
Could you faithfully commit to me? I don't think so.
Well, why are you hanging around?
I think you could have an open situation with me and see everybody and be, you know.
Why are you hanging around?
Why you here? Why you here?
No, I just discovered that today reading your stuff. I was like, he had a lot going on. The wife, me, her, the other girl. Like, that's four situations.
Okay. All right.
Just in 2022.
Don't believe everything you hear now. Because when it gets
No.
No, don't believe everything you hear. Because when I told you about that child shit, you believe me, but you did, but you just trying to figure that shit out. Now you got it in your fucking hand. You see, that don't make no fucking sense.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Okay. I mean, to say, like you could say one thing happened, but it wasn't the way she's saying it happened. You get me? You can be with somebody, and it was consensual, and they could turn around and flip it and say it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because unless it was violent, you don't have.
Okay, this is not even high school.
To say anything different is just her coming back mad and saying, "Oh, he did this to me."
5th grade conversation.
And that's the hard part about proving it. And that's when people got to get character witnesses. You got to get the phone conversations. That's how Chris Brown got off the last situation last year, because this chick tried to say that about him, and he had all the phone conversations, and they proved that shit in court, and it dropped it because she had text messages from her. And he was like, so if I sexually assaulted her, why is she texting me all this, that, and the other? And it just blew her shit out the water. And they shut it down. Like, yeah.
And I got that shit. I got that in my phone.
Right. So if somebody is talking about, oh, I'm scared, and he said he was going to kill me, why are you kicking and texting him, and where you at, and how come you ain't over here? They don't sound like you scared of somebody. That don't sound scared. It does sound like she's scared of him.
For once, she does have the story right. But here's the thing about that with Elise is drunk talk. Here's the thing about that. That still does not mean that he did not assault her one night. Just because we're communicating back and forth, what time are you coming over, or I miss you? And some of the texts that she sent him were very graphic. But that does not mean that there wasn't a moment that he did assault her. That doesn't mean that. And I mean, let's look at his track record. So.
No, if he says he's gonna kill me, well, if he says he's gonna kill you, why are you inviting him over? Why are you talking about what time can I come through? Or why would you say all that to a person you're terrified of? Like, that don't make sense to me. Why would you go around? And it's been 2 years. 3 years, 2019 to 22. You were in his face. That don't make sense to be around somebody he's completely terrified of, and he did this, and he hurt me, and he made me have sex with him, and I didn't want to. Okay.
My motherfucking character.
Okay. So if you pull all her phone records, not just talking to you, but talking to her friends, yeah, me and such just got to. You know what I'm saying? All of that's gonna come out. That don't sound like a victim to me. It sounds like you bragging.
There you go.
It sounds like you bragging.
Why doesn't she understand that pulling phone records of her talking to her friends, that has nothing to do with what went on between the two of them? Nothing at all. Phone records don't show that. Phone records show you who called who, what time, and when. You are not going to get the conversation unless it was through text messages.
Because, that don't sound like you in some type of, like, women shut down or they go and tell somebody in distress. They don't brag about rape.
No,
They don't brag about something they scared of or somebody they terrified of. So all they gotta do is pull her phone records, and that's gonna say it all. And you can't delete that shit. It's gonna say it all.
You can't.
She was on there texting, talking about it, or how she talking to you and her conversation, just like you and the other girl's conversation. Okay, so how is that criminal? That sounds like me and her in some type of relationship. She giving me money. I'm doing this for her. Me and her looking out for each other.
Okay, listen, I'm done with that kid shit.
Yeah.
I'm about what you finna.
Well, you know what? I ain't doing nothing. I'm just chilling like a villain.
Yeah, I ain't what you're doing. I'm talking about what you're doing.
Yeah,
Where your head at?
who's bragging about Nesto?
No. Don't play with me.
Am I head at?
Yeah, where your head at?
I'm not headed about the place. I just feel like you better than me, but I just don't want you to lie.
Have I lied to you? Have I lied to you yet? Have I lied to you?
I never caught you in a lie, but we don't really.
I didn't ask
Yeah, you did. Right, you did lie that one time. That was a big lie too, because I kept asking you about that. You kept lying.
I'm asking you a question. Have I lied to you? Anything I think is fishy, I'm going to tell you straight up front. This is what's going on right now. This is it. This is going on. I ain't got to do all that.
We never had that type of conversation though, because when we would talk, you just how you going, what's your day look, or how you feel, what's on your mind, then you hang up. You never talked about you.
No. I ain't gonna tell these crackers what the fuck I got on my fucking head. Cause they
no, I'm talking about not now. I'm talking about then, before you went to jail. That's what the conversation was then.
Lisa Glaze says Sonia has the nerve to say that Nesto has a lot going on, yet she knows he has a wife and she still let him ram toys in her arse and mouth. Girl, bye. Not only that, ain't nobody using no toys on me unless we went to the store and bought them ourselves and bought them home and washed them and they stayed at my house or in my drawer. Them community toys he was using.
You would just look at me and let me talk, and then you get off the phone. Right, you wasn't talking.
I want to know where your head at right now. Because you don't need to be all over the place when it comes down to me right now. You really don't.
Okay, I can separate the two. First thing first is if I think you can't be with me in the way that I want you to be with me, I'm cool with that if that's the case today. Because I'm not so.
You know what that means? That means she thinks so little of herself. Y'all, let me tell you something. So I'm minding my business on YouTube earlier today, and I kept saying, who is this Black Jesus? And I kept seeing the thumbnail, but I never read it. Until eventually I just got so curious. I was like, who is this with this Black Jesus? And I looked, and why? Is it Bank? With Nesto dressed up like Black Jesus.
No, because I'm not so in deep that it's going to affect me. It is disappointing, but it wouldn't like crush me. But the separate thing, your case is separate. That I'm not going to drop the ball on. Period. I'm going to help you regardless, like to my fullest ability, because you shouldn't be in jail. It's a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at you about any of that stuff. I'm not upset about anything like that. It's just.
Listen, man, you don't send texts about myself. My dad was 77 years old, and guess what? It don't take that, but you don't retire that quick.
Yeah, if you keep a handful of women, you know what I'm saying, guys. No.
Listen, where they at right now? If I had a whole handful on you, do I need you? Do I need anybody
you
else?
You stole from them. That's where they at.
They be lining up outside out there. Free the man. Free him.
No, they're lined up at the prosecutor's office.
Well, the thing about your situations was they was very sensitive situations.
That was what?
You have 1 minute remaining.
And they're really your enemy at this point because they're all the ones that's going against you. But now I don't know about the other ones because I'm sure you talk to more than the 4, but it's not important. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna put this in some type of form and put my points to it and send it to your attorney so she can read it and see the common sense. I don't know. She may have common sense. You know what I'm
Your
saying? But
attorney
I'm
that
gonna
went
just play it to her how I see it.
I need me a new lawyer. I need me somebody.
You do need, but we got to. I mean, hey, all she got to do is read the script. It's common sense. It's just
Okay.
common sense. That's what it looks. I mean, everybody on there, people you had dealings with ongoing. It's not like you just went to random stores and did this or
Right.
Oh, so wait a minute. Sonia's gonna write the single code for us. She gonna write the trial.
random strangers. That would be that's a crime. But if it's people you got long stemming relationships, I didn't even get to the part why it's sharing.
Thank you for using Global Telling.
Oh Lord. Now this one's short, y'all, and then we're gonna get out of here.
Okay, this is my morning call, so I
Hey,
won't
Queen Black.
be calling you in the morning.
Wow, right. What you say? Your morning call.
My
You
morning.
got 5 minutes. Your morning call is 5 minutes long. So go ahead. What's up, boo?
Oh, now what's up, boo? Now.
No, I mean, it's the same. Listen, the energy's the same. It's just the realization of it all. Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I don't care about
I'm
this.
not gonna kid myself,
Well,
and
I
I
don't
don't
care.
want you to. Right, I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. You
Listen,
know what I'm saying? I just
one
want
more
you to
time.
just be
I'm gonna
completely.
say it just like this here, man. You're gonna have to listen to me very carefully. Yeah, real carefully. I don't have time to play no games. I'm going to be 60 ball. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to believe me, that's fine. I'm in
Mm-hmm.
jail. I can't confess nobody anything. I have nothing. I am broke. So guess what? If I have to live by myself, come out of jail, I'm fine. Or if I live with you, I'm fine. Okay? But I don't want nobody to be around me, got to look at one eye open, one eye closed. I wonder if you're going to do this. I told you that last night.
Right.
I don't want to live like that. I told you that. I don't want to
Okay.
live. Nobody wondering, wishing behind my back and don't trust what I'm saying. And it could be an episode of something happen and you don't believe me. And it could be over.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got my mic back together, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live with nobody like that. I don't want to be around nobody like that. I have a lot.
You want to speak and be believed. That's
Yeah.
the key.
And right now, my credibility is zero right now. Unless I got all innocent papers in my hand. And sometimes people say that ain't good enough. They still rather have the drama than the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. You see what I'm saying? So this is a lot of pressure right here on myself. It ain't on you because you can move on. But I don't want nobody to be uncomfortable if they can't believe what I say. I don't want to.
I don't know about anybody else, but if he had the papers in his hand that said not guilty or whatever, I still wouldn't believe it.
Do that. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't want to do that. Like I said, I told you, like I told you, I said they're trying to turn my business fault. You ain't heard nothing I said. Nothing I said. You didn't hear nothing I said.
I heard that though. I
I
heard
agree with
you
that.
said
Yeah,
that
yeah,
before. I'll be ready.
yeah. Because I know it ain't no financial crimes out there. Remember you said, hey, it's a credit card thing. I don't even use credit card. No, my fucking debit card. Nobody don't even give me their credit card. None of that made no fucking sense to me.
He said her credit card number was on the
It
paper. It
don't
said her
make
credit
no.
card number was in your bag. A copy of her numbers of her credit card was on your finger.
First of all, they're lying. They're lying, and I know better than. Any transaction I do with anybody, I can remember very, very well because it's very
Mm-hmm.
few. So I know that. Okay, I'm a very detailed person. So what I will say this right here, I don't want to live a fake ass life. I done did that, done that.
So I guess his life with Shirley was fake, and he doesn't want to live that anymore.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to never do it again. I don't want to live like that. I don't live on both sides of the fence. So my thing is, you can't listen to what I'm saying. I got to tell you the truth. So you don't want to listen to that, and you don't believe it, I don't want you around me if you feel any kind of doubt. I told you, you're very intelligent. You can't put nothing together. That's dumb. That's stupid. That's not going to help me. And you too. I might not say shit, But it's not my place to say something every time you do something. I'm not going to do that. Because you need your own space as well. I'm not going to crowd your space. If I don't like it, fuck it. I ain't going to do that. That's not me. So what I'm saying to you is that if you're with me, you're with me. You ain't, you ain't. If you're going to love me, keep loving me, love me. Don't do all that wishy-washy like you told me. Don't just start backing off now. Don't start backing off. Well, I told you the truth. I said, get out of my head because you know it exactly where my mind was at. I told you the truth. I don't have nothing to hide at all. I ain't gonna play.
You know what, Vic to the Veil? I think that when he whispers like that, it's because he's lying. Succeeding to said at Vic to the Veil, Jumpsuit Pablo said he whispered for about a year after he got out. He said they whisper in jail because people always trying to get something on them. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. But he's whispering because he's lying.
I know you say you love me. I ain't got to die by myself. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
It'll remind you of your fucking daddy. So stop saying that shit. I don't like that. I don't like that shit.
I know, right?
I
I
don't
do
like
not
that shit.
remind you of your right.
I don't like that. You know I don't like that because she's just there way worse than what I got going on. Way worse. Way worse. But I like his hustle.
I wonder why he thinks that, because other than the fact that he just kept producing children, I don't understand how that makes her father way worser than what he is. As far as I know, his father doesn't have a whole bunch of a crime record that goes back over 30 years.
He took his kids at the time. Now, when y'all got grown, I can't vouch for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you got kids, y'all young, I'm good at it. You know what my son told me? He say, he might not got what he got right now, try to help me without, but he got that vision that he never forgot how he grew up with me. And he said, man, I know that's
That's a lie. He didn't grow. If I don't meet you, what they say, once you become a man in some countries when you're 13 years old, he didn't grow up around him because he was 13 when he met him. So he need to stop with that one.
you. I know what kind of man you is. He ain't have to fluff it. These conversations that him and I had personally. So what I'm saying is that made me feel good because sometimes you can doubt your own fucking self. People can make you doubt yourself. And for you going to get that shit done, that eased my mind all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with that. I just got to be patient. So like I said, I don't have to. Love is a hard word for me. That's a very hard word for me.
Now that I believe.
So I don't tell everybody I fucking love them because to me that's a hard word. There, it's very hard. So it is what it is. A lot of people say a lot of things to do what they got to do. And one thing I will say, and I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go back to the wife. She did explain this shit to me. She said when you start getting around these type of people, everybody gonna come at you. A different type of crowd. And she was right. She was motherfucking right. She said they're gonna try to use me, and they're gonna use you. She was right. So everything that I hear today, they're trying to use to get what they try to get their own life set apart from what they got going on. This is a fucking school teacher. What the fuck don't be fucking around with a school teacher? Think about it. So I'm just keeping it 100. A lot of people say a lot of things try to get there.
So I'm just wondering, when he says that he doesn't mess around with school teachers, is that why he doesn't know how to enunciate and read and write and all those things? Because he doesn't like teachers?
They got to get back. You know what he said? Oh, they got $1 million scam. You know what I should say? Hey, everybody called me and think I'm finna pay some debt off that ain't even been deaded out. That's a sad situation.
Yeah, he ain't even the only person that's got. It's only if you add up everything they talking about, 10,000, and then that the school teacher was like maybe $5,000, and then a $9,000 check to that trailer place, and then the business partner was 70,000, and then the 20,000 cash. That's still only $100,000.
Thank you.
100, maybe 130. It still ain't nowhere near what's the name? And then like I said, all that stuff they was talking about with that school teacher with that shit, you know.
Oh, you gotta put
Again,
that. You gotta put that.
all of that is civil. I mean, all of that is civil.
I know it is.
All of that is civil. I mean, if we in a situation and now you want your money back, you know, and some people get like that when shit ends, they be Indian giving and saying, well, you owe me this and you owe me that because because it didn't work out or whatever, because they want their shit back. Then now it's a problem. And girls love 911 when they mad at somebody. That be they go to. My sister was good. Both my sisters love 911. When they get mad at a dude, that be they go to. 911. And they, oh, he got a gun. He got a this. He did this. And I go, no, he didn't lie like that. Mad. Just lie. I mean,
Jay Vickers, he don't know them folk. He don't know what they talking about. He don't know them folk. He don't know who that veteran is.
I'll cut off. I'm gonna
Or
love you as long
Calvin.
as you want me to love you. I'm gonna be around you as long as you want me to be. And I've already showed you that and told you that. I've told you that. You show me as well. So it is what it is. I don't need you because I'm in here. It's fine. I thank you for all that. But that shit don't mean nothing to nobody if they're not feeling it. Straight up. I don't do. That's nothing. I'm not it. So right now I'm good. I'm straight what I got. I'm a fighter. I don't give up. And what you showed me is straight bullshit. Now I just got to figure this shit out. And which I have already.
yeah. All that stuff. All that shit is like, that's reaching. Everything they said was reaching. And then they need to specify, what the lawyer got to specify is what machine or what thing they found these pictures on, and then they have to even say that, you know, it was your device that had it, or was it that device you got used, the computer that was at the pawn shop, and then again too, then you got to prove that those are actual kids, you know, because nowadays it's just, you know, if you said that's my shit, okay, I don't think so, because I know I don't do shit like that. I ain't that freaky, but are those fucking kids?
Yeah.
You let a man that you are seeing for the second time sleep with you and use his community toys on you. What is she saying? What is she talking about? What does she mean by that?
I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they got to figure that shit out. You know, you got to go to trials and be like, you know, I got to go find a resource on that shit. Make sure y'all find out the source of that. Get the kid, get their ID, find out what school they go to.
Man, that shit ain't like that. That shit ain't like that. That ain't even my MO like that. That's not even.
I know that. I'm
She
talking about,
watches Law and Order, and she knows she has never seen an episode like that on Law and Order where they got to get the kid, got to get the ID, got to do all this just to prove that someone messed with or had possession of children's pictures. Is she insane? Did the Global Tel Link lady give us our minute warning yet? Because I'm ready.
prove when that shit was downloaded and all that type of shit, and if it was in your possession. You know, because again, you're not on the computer like that.
Thank
You're
you.
not even computer literate like
know
that.
that shit.
Right, you real old school when it comes to computers. The only thing you would look on the computer is a fucking.
He is computer illiterate, and he doesn't know computers like that, but yet he holds himself out to be someone who can grow your followers on Instagram and have your Instagram all set up to better your business. Okay.
RV and you know, something like that. That'd be like the extent of your you know, technology know-how. You're not really that person.
I'm not.
Now, that's why you have your daughters and them around, because they're the ones that get the computer for you, do everything for you. So to sit there and try to be able to find shit like that, you can't just find child easily, because
Jay Vickers says dumb and dumberer.
you go to jail for that shit. So it's
That's
not
it.
accessible. It's some type of backdoor dark web shit.
Right.
That's how that shit is. That child pornography is not accessible easily at all. Not
So
not at all.
it just don't
I've
make
never
sense.
ever seen it, and I've never stumbled across it or ever wanted to. But I know for a certainty that the
Georgia Peach says, so this is why y'all shouldn't have discussed this case. He admitted that he got these things from these women, but since he was in a relationship with them, he said it wasn't criminal. It wasn't criminal. They was in a relationship.
in law that I've dealt with, that's one thing that's not easily accessible, and you've got to have really good computer knowledge or have it in order to pull some shit up like that. That's not something you can just Google naked girls. Naked children and animals. You know what I'm saying?
But
It's not.
you need to keep this one thing. Don't fucking give up on me. Motherfucker give up on me. Oh man, I shouldn't have did that shit. Oh man,
Desperate,
I
please.
know you're gonna do it. I don't want to deal with that shit when it come down to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting you know that right now. You better keep your love strong as you can for me as best way you can. That's the best thing I can tell you right now.
It's not no problem. I have no problem doing that. You keep it
Okay.
100% with me, honest.
Okay. Wait. You need to keep yourself together. Cause this is no, 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 straight up. You need to keep yourself together, man. Cause this is a motherfucker right here. This is something else
People
right here.
already read the shit. I mean, they can go to court and try to lie to kind of, support their statements, of course. But again, like I said, it's still civil.
This man sitting up here dry begging for love. Now, according to her, if you just read that, you'll understand that it's all civil. Well, we sit here painfully and listen to you read that for an hour, and my mind is not deterred. I still think that the man is guilty.
It's not criminal. If you said all of this happened the way it happened,
Man, I
that's
just can't wait.
still civil. That's not
Listen.
criminal. Y'all had an ongoing situation. Y'all sleeping together. Y'all rubbing on each other,
Okay.
spending the night.
Let
That's
me make you laugh. Let me make
civil.
you laugh.
That's
Let me make you
not
laugh. Hold on.
criminal.
Let me make you
Make
laugh.
And
me
it was
laugh.
over a year
Make me laugh.
of dealing
Come on.
with each other. It
I'm
wasn't
with
no
it.
1 month. I met him online
There you
type
go.
shit.
There you
And I got scammed. They do that now.
Yeah, but one thing for sure. I'm gonna tell you one. I ain't gonna act arrogant. I ain't gonna get arrogant. I'm 1,000% sure that I know I'm good. I know this.
A
Just from what
thousand
you read for
percent.
me today, I'm perfect. Don't
Hmm.
fall. If you all you gotta do is look
It
at
just amazes me why they just keep trying to say, oh,
what you say.
he don't want no bond. I'm looking at the charges like, what kind of bullshit is this? People get out of jail for way worse than this. He
Way
had a
worse.
relationship with a girl and she kept giving him money and you trying to hold him in jail for that? What the fuck is that?
Hey, if I'm finna cut out, I love you very much.
No,
I love
don't
you
be
very much.
very
Okay.
Thank you for using Global Link.
Please stay tuned as I have more calls coming with
Woo!
Ernesto
We
speaking
did
on
it.
his charges. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you don't miss the next one.
It was painful. So that is it. That is all I have for y'all. Um, I'm not going to keep y'all any longer. I will be back tomorrow. Now, I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to come on in the afternoon with some law and crime stuff, and then I'm going to come out, have, some more of this mess, hopefully tomorrow evening. But anyway, those are my goals. And I am not going to hold y'all here any longer. I appreciate you all being here because you could have been anywhere else, but you were right here with me. Thank you for all the super stickers. Thank you for those of you who became or gifted members. I appreciate you all. And until we meet again, we gonna be out. Y'all have yourself a good night and a good day tomorrow. DJ, drop the beat. Was that an old interview, Jay Vickers? Yeah, send it to me when you find. You can send it to me on Instagram or my email or where else. I'm on Facebook too. Yeah.